All right, everybody, welcome back to another long-awaited episode of the Anything Goes podcast. You are joined by your gracious host, myself, Eli. I've got Sean with me.
What's good?
I've got Ronnie with me.
Hi guys, my name is Ronnie. My favorite color is red.
And I've got Aiden with me.
Hi.
Aiden.
I'm eating.
Oh, okay.
No, I said hi. You didn't hear me? Wait,
no, I didn't hear you.
Oh,
I did
shit.
not hear you.
I
but
said hi.
hold on.
I said hi.
We've got a really special episode today. We've got another guest on the show today. But this guest today is exceptionally special because this guy is the mastermind behind the videos that come out on YouTube that you guys get to see. When you guys get to see all those cool little animations, it's this guy right here. So we've got the man, the myth, the legend, the editor, Andre.
Oh, shit!
Oh my god. So the thing is,
Hey guys,
what the fuck?
What the fuck is this?
Hey, I'm really excited to be on. Hey, what's up? Hello.
So he sent us because of every video that we do, there's a figure. You know, we have a character for each of us on the animations and everything like that.
Edit all this out. Why are you talking?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I thought I was gonna.
Eli,
I don't know.
it would be fine if we actually did like a audio only version, but we don't upload any of those, so it doesn't matter, does it?
No. Well, shit.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh,
Well,
so,
fuck
okay,
it, I don't know.
If you guys are listening to this on Spotify or iTunes, which you're probably not, because Eli doesn't do that. Watch the YouTube version, and you'll see my little fucking character. But I want you guys to guess all the references.
One of them's Pikmin.
Yeah, it's obviously
clearly.
a picture.
Another
Yeah,
one is
obviously
Katamari.
Spy versus Spy.
Spy versus... No.
What the fuck?
That's because of the white and black. The other one is the Katamari. I already said that.
Come on, he's really obvious.
Oh, the other one is. Oh no, the black and white is the guy from the bear from Danganronpa.
Danganronpa. Yeah.
Danganronpa.
There's only 3, so you got them all wrong.
I don't even know what the heck Ikaruga is. So I got them all?
Yeah, Pikmin, Katamari, Monokuma.
I'm a freaking gamer. Every single time we do one of these quizzes, I'm always right.
Ronnie, you are now gonna get a +10, and it's gonna stay on your character for the entire.
Oh hell yeah!
No, you know
I'm
what?
10
A
years
gold
old.
star.
I'm legal.
A gold star. It says sheriff on it.
Man, what the fuck? What about us? What about
You don't get
us?
anything. You lost. You said
hey,
Spy
I said
versus Spy.
Yeah, your stupid Spy versus Spy that earned you a fucking Bowser space, dude.
Oh my god! At least I got picked.
Wow.
Yeah, he gets half of sheriff star. He gets
He said Pikmin after I did, so he just followed me.
Hey, shut the fuck
well,
up.
I'm taking away the gold star then.
No!
Yes.
Go away, it's gone.
He's not a good noodle, guys. But yeah, I mean, like Andre said, we don't do the podcast on Spotify or iTunes. I will work on doing that and getting us uploaded on there. I honestly don't even know the way how to, but I could probably just Google it. So I'll give that a shot.
Eli, CEO.
I'll give it a shot, I guess.
CEO of Anything
All
Goes
praise.
podcast.
All praise.
Honestly,
our
dude,
leader.
YouTube is the easiest way to do this.
No, you're
Because
right.
I do it.
Exactly.
Literally,
we're
Andre and I are
graced-
the only ones that upload on here.
I have a template for like the description and like the titles and like. No,
Well, that's
I'm
why
sorry,
you're
not to
our
talk like
amazing.
you,
No, you're fine. No, it's fine. That's why you're our editor, man, because we love you here, and
Because
First
you're
obviously
really
you're a
fucking
great
good
friend.
at it.
yeah, you're really good at it.
Yeah, first topic. If you uploaded to like Spotify, we would decimate the fucking podcast scene because I fucking
No, we
hate-
wouldn't.
I hate the majority of fucking podcasts out there by people. Like people don't have editors. Like my job, you guys do all the talking, and then I just wait around and wait for you guys to like give me the audio, and then I like literally do
Make
work.
the magic happen.
Yeah, I know, and people don't fucking do that. They just sync it up and then they kick it out, and it's it's hot garbage. Like I hate that they don't like level everybody's audios. They don't like the minimum they don't do is like remove white noise, and it's baffling how you can call Oh, you know what the worst part is? There's this one podcast I listen to where like they get hosts regularly, and it's insane how like sometimes some of the guests they bring on has better microphones than the host. And like the host, like literally, you can hear the host like turning on their fan or like something going on in the background, and they.
What podcast are you listening to?
It's funny you say that because I've listened to like 3 podcasts in the past month, and like each of them, I could hear phones and like. You know that iPhone like notification sound?
Oh, yeah.
I could hear that go off in every single podcast, and they're all different people. I'm like, so these all have iPhones. Like, I shouldn't know what kind of phone you have during the podcast.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's just like basics. You just turn off your notifications for everything.
yeah, like, video.
Remember the
then
last time
I
I
really don't
dabbed on
care.
podcasters, and I said they were all like little bitches who go to Starbucks on their MacBooks?
No,
Yeah.
that was Eli who was seething with.
No.
You,
I was.
You said
I
quote,
just.
they're looking at photos of grass or something.
Yeah.
I said that.
And you know what,
I said
Andre?
that.
It's true.
Yeah, I
It's
remember
true.
that
We are,
quote.
dab on those bitches, dude. Fuck those guys.
Dude, I'm doing it right now.
Look, my beef directly is more so with Joe Rogan rather
Oh,
than
here
like
we go
all
again.
podcasters as a whole.
Whoa, you know
no,
he-
we're not
you know
gonna.
he has a
We're not
TV
even gonna
show,
get
right?
into it. Fuck that guy.
He has a TV show. He can destroy you.
Dude, he
Oh,
can destroy
shit, dude.
us. Dude, there goes the podcast. We're done.
He actually
He's
could-
gonna come down and listen to this, and he's gonna like take it down.
If he
It's
came
our
into the
prerequisite,
same-
someone's gonna come get us in every episode.
Listen, if Joe Rogan is listening to this right now, I'm gonna fuck you, Joe Rogan. I'm saying this
Hey,
because
send
it's
it-
gonna get epic clout, dude. Joe Rogan's gonna show us on his podcast, guys. There's these random idiots who've literally never watched me, and they said "fuck me." Okay?
Can we get Joe Rogan
We
as a
need to
guest
shut
on the
them down.
podcast?
Or he could fund us. I'll take some funding money.
You absolute chill, dude.
We should take over the Joe Rogan podcast.
It's all about money, man.
We should take it over and change the name to the Anything Goes podcast.
No, just call it the Joe Rogan
Is this-
podcast.
Yo, dude,
Joe
Anonymous
Rogan's
is
not on
back.
it?
Yeah, it's just us.
Anonymous is back. Let's just tell Anonymous to switch the name of the podcast on his channel
What about Lizard
and put
Squad?
us instead.
Anonymous, I
Lizard
love your work
Squad?
on hacking Nintendo. Is that
Thank
them?
you, Anonymous. Yeah, that was them, wasn't it?
Why would they hack Nintendo?
Because they deserve it, those little bitches.
The freaking corporations. That's what they get
Yeah,
for not
dude,
giving
we
us
are
a
legion.
direct.
As far as my knowledge, they weren't the ones who gave us the Mario port. And so that's, that was a little bit more valuable than this fucking binder of like black and white Mario images. Thanks, Anonymous. Real cool stuff.
Thanks.
What? What are you
I
talking
did not
about?
hear about this at all.
What are you talking about? Mario port? What are you talking about?
Did you guys, the Mario?
I know about that.
What is the
64
Mario-
got
Okay,
Port.
around the same time, literally around the same time, they're like days apart or something. But like Mario, for the came out, and so did like news about like Nintendo's like 20 terabyte like leak or hack, whatever.
Yeah,
And
Mario
everybody-
64 source code got leaked on the PC. So you
Yeah,
can
but
play
it wasn't part of the anonymous like 20
Yeah, it was its own
terabytes of like stolen info. I don't know. I don't like follow up on what's being leaked from like all that content that they stole. I think the most interesting stuff I saw was like just beta folders of Mario 64 and like beta rooms, and it's kind of interesting, but it's like not that exciting as the actual port,
Yeah.
which is like not part of that. So
That's genuinely some of like the most intriguing stuff to me, and I know it's super nerdy, but like how people go on, and typically it's like these Redditors and 4chan users or whatever, but like
Hacker
they're
known as 4chan.
these code read. Dude, what is that from?
That's the news report. The like CNN or something was just like
Yeah.
the hacker known as 4chan. Not really
Yeah,
thinking that it was
okay.
like a singular
I was like, I knew
entity.
I heard that somewhere. But yeah, like these like they go and they're like code read. There are modern day. What were they called back during World War II? Code talkers or whatever.
I didn't play Call of Duty.
I don't know. But yeah, they sift through the code and everything and find all this information about games and stuff. Super crazy to me. But on that note, we've got obviously this is we're pretty late to the party because we just haven't been consistent, and that's solely to blame on myself. But we did get some PS5 news, some Sony news, and everything like that. And I just had like two things I wanted to ask you guys, or like question you guys about. Do you guys remember he was like one of the not PlayStation, Xbox execs. Albert, his name was
Hitchcock?
Albert Pinello.
Oh.
No.
I don't remember.
What's important about him?
Absolutely nothing. But he's a former Xbox exec, and I saw this ad because again, just like I receive these notifications and articles on my phone occasionally, this was one that just popped up, and I thought it was kind of funny. But the article, it's really short, and it was published on Tweaktown, so I don't know if you guys ever check any articles through there. I don't.
Never heard
so
of them.
this was like a first for me as well. I think that's just going to be the thing when I pull up these articles. They're just going to be from these random
Question though, Eli. After reading this
what's up?
article, are you gonna go back to Tweak?
Probably no.
Get wrecked,
No.
Tweak.
Dude, every article I read has to come from some shady place. Otherwise, I won't read it.
I mean, like, yeah. I mean, that's like 99%.
That's how you know
of the
they're.
internet.
That's how you know they're funny, dude. Basically, this one, he's just former Xbox exec says no way the PlayStation 5 cost over $499. I just want to ask you guys real quick, what do you guys believe the PlayStation 5 is gonna cost?
500 to 600.
Yeah.
500 to 600?
500 to 600.
Wasn't there
500.
like a leak saying it was gonna be like?
Who cares
it was
about
like
what leaks have to say?
€4.99 or something.
We'll get to that.
I think it's gonna be like.
I
600.
personally believe like $500. I think it's gonna be like $500 for the hard and digital, and then like $450 for digital only. But basically, obviously, guys, there's a lot of discussion going on regarding the price of Sony's next generation PlayStation 5 console. Will it be $399? I highly doubt it. Will it be $499? Possible. Could it be $599? Someone tweeted this. I don't know who the hell this is. Just some random dude named Anthony. His Twitter handle is literally Black Ninja 504. He's no one special. This guy is no one at all. And one of the former Xbox execs, Albert Pinello, he comments on this tweet and says, I believe in the saying, never say never. But I gotta say never. No way the console is over $499. He doesn't believe that.
But
really
like,
confident
who
about
is
it.
he again? A nobody?
Literally who?
He's a
Literally
nobody,
who?
dude.
He's like, he was like what? You said he was a Microsoft exec?
He was a senior manager in product management.
Microsoft?
Yeah.
For Microsoft.
For Xbox or whatever.
Okay.
For Xbox.
One
If you
era, huh?
yeah, Google
So he's
him. He's
retarded.
on. Yeah.
So literally, we don't have to care anything about. Okay.
He was the Xbox console marketing lead. He's no longer with Xbox though, so it doesn't matter. He's unimportant. But I just thought it was funny
Irrelevant.
because
There's
he
arguments to
completely
be made for it.
disagrees.
I mean, you know,
But
that
on
was a
that
big-
note, or
that
go
was
ahead.
a big thing with the PS3, right? It was way too expensive, and that was only $599. It's only $100 more than $499.
Yeah, but that's still a big
He
difference
could-
for paying for a console though.
it's not that unbelievable. He could say Sony wouldn't ever want to go above $499 again.
Yeah. No, I can understand that. Now, what Andre was saying was something about it being leaked, and that's the other article I have here. This was actually reputable. It was published by Forbes. PlayStation 5 price and release date leaked by Amazon. So basically, Amazon France briefly listed the PlayStation 5's price and release date before taking that information out of the listing. And basically, this comes from this guy named Ben Geskin on Twitter, who stumbled onto the listing prior to Amazon scrubbing it, and he took screenshots, so we've obviously got those. And he's a content creator and a concept designer with over 100,000 Twitter followers. Obviously, though, we can't really trust content creators these days because they lie quite often.
Logan Paul.
But
Twitter fags. One more PC confirmed.
I don't think that these people lie, but like plans change underneath them.
Andre, you
I
lie
think
all the
yeah,
time.
People get bored.
I agree with that.
Andre, be
Well,
fair, you
it
lie all the
depends on
time,
the
and you're a
subject-
content
situation.
creator,
No, the
so
thing
No,
is,
checkmate.
I don't think it's that people lie as much as it is they intentionally go, This is a random retard leak from my Discord channel that no one even knows and randomly showed up. But I'm going to type on Twitter, I've been hearing rumblings from my sources that X, Y, and Z is happening. It's like, shut the fuck up. No, you haven't.
Calm down there, Lax Chris.
Yeah, where's that source coming from?
Which is how you get retards who post outlandish shit, and then journalists are like, yeah, I heard that. And they're like, yeah, I heard that. Yeah, I heard that. And then before you know it, Star Fox Racing never existed.
It is despicable how like a lot of these articles, people were literally being paid to like write a blog post on a .com. Like all their news and sources comes from other people's tweets. Like that's the
very common.
So, like it's like a 2-sentence tweet, and then it's like, okay, I'm gonna write like a 3-paragraph like article.
Yeah, the worst are like, gamers are at it again. I browsed Twitter and found 3 tweets of people mad about something. Like, what the
this
fuck?
is no joke, but like, you know how the PS5 came out and like there's people like photoshopping it to like look like characters. Like there was one that looked like Seto. There's one that looked like Seto Kaiba, and it was just like a image that somebody tweeted out, and there was this like who was like, I'm gonna write a whole article about this one person's tweet.
Yeah, exactly.
So the thing is, I'll post this picture in Discord so you guys can see it, because my thing is, there's no way for us to really tell if this is genuine. I'm pretty sure it's easy to fake a Amazon page. I'm pretty sure that's not hard to make. I threw that in the Discord for you guys so you guys can look at that.
Shop, dude.
And there's no URL in the screenshot or anything like that. But basically the guy continued on to say, let me see. So his tweet, PlayStation 5 price, and I'm pretty sure the French currency is also pounds, is it not? Or no, not pounds, it's euros. So he says PlayStation 5 price, 499 euros, and then digital edition, 399 euros. Not bad, right? So the listing obviously had since been removed, and it's entirely possible that the information is inaccurate, like I just said, as we all said, really. And as with all the leaks, take this one with a grain of salt, but it's interesting and not at all unbelievable. Amazon France lists the release date for the PS5 as November 20th, 2020, which is right smack dab in the middle of holiday shopping season and 1 week before Black Friday. So it kind of makes sense, but the thing is about it being Black Friday, with the new console release coming out, there's no way there's going to be any kind of actual deal for the console on Black Friday. The only thing there would be maybe bundle deals, but the console, no matter what, is going to go at full price everywhere. But that just equates out to 566 USD and 450 USD respectively. So I'd say that's pretty pricey, but I would still buy it. Honestly, whatever the price comes out to being, I'm gonna pay for it. I don't care if they said it's $1,000. I'm still gonna spend the money on that console.
I have doubts about that kind of stuff because only a few weeks ago, PlayAsia, 7 days ago, the pre-order price was leaked on PlayAsia, and it was $700. So I don't know if that really means anything.
We'll see, but okay.
And we've had other Amazon leaks that put it around like $600 to $800 range. So I don't think that really matters.
I do want to say, I believe the PS5 being around the $800 range is a little bit more.
No, that's extreme. Yeah, that's not real. But...
Oh. Okay.
Oh, really?
You're just gonna go the opposite.
You're gonna say you thought it was possible, weren't you, little boy?
If it's like gonna be able to like run all the shit Unity Unreal Engine 5 is showing off, then it's like, you know what? To like be that powerful, you're probably gonna need to be like $800.
The thing is, I think those shots are bullshit. And Wade disagrees with me on this, but I don't believe them.
Well, it always is. You got to realize that anything that you see that's gameplay wise through, these directs or whatever, these direct like videos, even at like, let's say E3 or Gamescom or whatever it is, they're always upscaled even more than what they actually really are. Yeah. And then by the time that you get the game, it's not that anyway. So even with no matter what the console is, Xbox, Nintendo, Sony, it's always the same thing. So I kind of agree with you, Aiden. It's definitely not exactly what it says it is. It won't be, but I still think it's going to be pretty good. The only problem is, the problem that we have right now with realizing the price on these consoles is that they're both going head to head with each other, and neither of them wants to announce what their price is until the other does. So they're just stuck in a stalemate, and Xbox is like, no, we're not gonna do it. Not until Sony says theirs, and then we'll come out with ours. Because they're trying to get that competitive edge, you know?
And I believe that it could be the price that it's leaked. I just don't think that the leak necessarily means it's true.
Right.
And I think Xbox is definitely just gonna undercut Sony as much as possible. Like,
As
I get
whatever they
legit
can, yeah.
Seeing if Sony releases their system for $400, Xbox will absolutely release it for $350. They don't give a fuck. They're
No joke, yeah,
they're
I agree.
Microsoft. They can do whatever they want. So
Well, the thing is, they did so poorly on sales with the Xbox One in the first, like, 5 years of the console that it... No joke. Like, they did so terrible with sales in comparison. I mean, the PS4 is one of the top-selling consoles of all time. And their sales are so bad that I can see them saying now, they're like, look, if we gotta lose a little bit of money to get people into the ecosphere of Xbox, then we'll do it, because they know that by the time they launch the next console or whatever, because there's always going to be the Series X, then they'll do like a Series X Plus or whatever, I don't know. There's always like that, the couple like mid-generation consoles for it, and they'll definitely do that because they'll know that by the time they release their mid-gen console, they'll be like, okay, we can now put this one up at that unrealistic price, or not unrealistic, but the initial price that they wanted it at initially, because they're just battling it out with Sony. Sony says 400, we'll say 350, and then when the Series X Plus comes out, we'll do
Like we'll go higher than
450
Sony
or whatever.
Like the
yeah,
desired
then
price.
we'll go higher, because at that point they've already lured everyone in. They've already got us into the ecosphere because of the price, So
But
now
then
we're
you
more
wonder,
willing to
it's
spend
like,
more money.
Why would I want to buy the Xbox Pro when like I already have the light version and it still can play all the games?
you say that,
Exactly.
but people bought the PS4 Pro.
I have a
I
PS4
have a
Pro.
PS4 Pro.
I say that, but
Pretty
people
much
didn't
every
buy the,
person in this call except me has one, I think. So
I don't have. I saw base PS4.
You know what?
Okay.
You're right. Me and Sean has the 3DS, but Sean bought that
the
little.
new 3DS.
No,
I did.
the one with the little circle attachment on the.
yeah, the new
the
3DS.
Yeah, it's the
The
new,
2DS?
No, new 3DS.
XL.
No, not the new one. It's like this literal attachment to like. add a second.
Oh, the
Oh, the
I know what you're
stupid.
I never bought that thing,
The
but
one
yeah, I
for
know what you're
Luigi's-
talking
You
about.
bought Luigi's Mansion. He's like, I need it.
Yeah, they released that
Never
with
bought into that
what's it
garbage.
called? They did that for the new Resident Evil game that came out. What was it? Revelations, I think. Was it Revelations? Who cares?
Yeah.
Wait, they did what? What did they do for it? I'm sorry, I missed the point.
Before that game came out, they
It's
made
like,
sure that the attachment came out
It's
where
like a cradle that you put on your 3DS, and it just attaches an extra analog circle pad thing to
yeah,
it,
so you can move the
Oh.
so
camera.
that you can play like a shooter on 3DS.
No one bought it.
Nope. It was only available through GameStop.
And there wasn't
Oh.
like a lot of games for it, and I think it was like at the end of the 3DS life cycle, wasn't it?
It was just before they made the new Nintendo 3DS, so like a couple years before 3DS went out.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. That's it for topics that I had. So
Well, what do you guys actually think of it? The PS5?
Think of
So
what?
the PS5?
Yeah, I mean, what do you?
I mean,
obviously, dude, I'm gonna get it.
I'm not a PlayStation fan. Like, I don't really care about like The Last of Us 2 or the Ratchet and Clank series for that matter. So I think like the only game I care about is like Demon Souls and a couple of like cool looking games. God, I don't even remember. Kana and the guys, help me out with the name. What is it?
Kana? What are you talking about?
I'm not sure what you're
Which
referring
one?
to.
Kina and the
Go-
Spirits or something.
Oh
What?
yeah. I think it is Kana, right?
Oh, so you're talking about the thing that
game
they
by
showed
the art
off.
Studio that looked fucking
Yeah, the one
gay,
that
but
Aiden was
actually
afraid
cool.
of.
Yeah, I was afraid of it. You know, right? You know what? I was afraid. I was afraid I was gonna. Have
It
to
was
spend
like,
my
oh
time-
no, it's gonna be a crappy art
I
game.
was afraid I was gonna have to sit through another shit game at that fucking conference because there were a lot of shit games.
Not
Do
the
we-
devil inside.
I'm pretty
you-
excited for like Ghostwire Tokyo. I mean, I've been
Really?
excited for that
Ghostwire, yeah.
since.
To me,
yeah.
that was the biggest flop of the conference. I was very disappointed with that.
Well, yeah, the conference itself was pretty
no.
shit, but
I mean, Ghostwire was to me. I was really disappointed.
I need to see
Yeah,
more,
talk about
more of
Ghostwire because I'm actually not
Ghostwire.
in the loop, and I would like.
I need to see more. They didn't
It's-
really even show that much of it.
Imagine
They just showed game
Bioshock
like a little bit.
in Bioshock in Japan
I can
with
see
like
it now.
yokais.
Yeah, you
Except-
battle demons, no guns though. It's only like
Yeah,
the powers.
no guns. It's only powers, and even weirder, it's like all the environments were really empty. I don't know if you guys noticed that. It's like a really empty environment.
Well, the game is still in early development, though, so...
I mean, it's been early development for like 2 years.
Well, before we jump off PlayStation,
It's hard
let's
to
talk about
judge it.
Last of Us 2, because that literally... I'm going to date this podcast.
Literally none of us have played Last of Us 2.
I mean, everyone's seen the spoilers here, right?
Yeah, but like, I mean, there's literally like one like spoiler. We don't even know like
What,
half the
literally
context.
The entire game is known. What are you talking about?
I don't know the entire game
yeah.
people
because
have
I
played
still
the
want to
entire
play it
game already.
because I'm still probably gonna play it.
I think
Well,
you'll
there's
like
a-
it. You like crap, so I mean, I think.
Yeah, I know. I do. I do like crap. I did like the Dot Hack
Smoked.
series. Any Dot Hack fans out there can fight me. That game's trash.
No, I think
Well, there's
I think
this-
it's fun.
I'll say it sounds like a decent story after the first big thing that everyone knows.
Does it?
After that, to me, it sounds like okay.
When I heard the
I think the
ending-
ending is stupid as hell. But
ending
like
is like a
everything before that to me
CW
seems
show
like
tier.
okay.
Wait, I'm going to
Yeah.
put the spoiler warning up about Last of Us 2. I mean, we don't know what we're talking about, but if you still want to go in completely blind, here it is. Alright, Chanko.
Well, I mean,
Come
basically
on,
everything
golf.
after
Mario Golf.
Eli's gone quiet. Eli, do you not want us to talk about this?
No, go ahead.
But
Go
do you-
ahead. I'm just,
okay.
I'm listening.
Do you know the
okay, I
spoilers?
just want to be sure because I don't know who
Yeah.
here may be planning on playing it, but
Okay.
But yeah, basically after the game opens with Joel getting killed.
After She-Hulk
Which-
plays golf.
I mean, I think that's stupid just to begin with because you spend the whole first game like bonding with that character, and then they just kill him right off the bat. It's just like a shock thing.
Well, you left out the.
Well,
The thing is, the details of it are fucked. Because Joel like actually saves her life, and like rescues her.
Well, okay.
And
I mean,
shit like that,
she
and
has
yeah.
she has motivation for why she kills him.
Yes, but the motivation is whack.
What is the motivation?
The motivation is basically at the end of the first game, you go through like this hospital area to save Ellie, and you kill a bunch of these people, and she is like related to one of the people you kill, and so she's like gets her revenge by killing Joel.
Wait, aren't they zombies or something, or are they all just
No.
normal people?
No, they were just people.
Zombies, huh?
They were people who captured Ellie because she's immune.
Yeah,
to
Joel's
the,
a piece of trash.
Is Last of
That's,
Us 2 about zombies?
No.
Yeah, it's about. Well, it's
It
about.
has,
it's
from
zombies.
What I've read, it
It's
has
basically
like
zombies.
one infected part.
Yeah,
The
there's.
majority of it is
Yeah,
humans,
it's,
and the
it's
majority
mostly
of it
against
is, like,
humans.
it's all about revenge.
Look, I
and
could
just
sum
how
up the entire game.
It causes violence. And,
Violence bad, human a real monster.
Yeah.
There's the fucking game for you.
Wasn't that what Death Stranding was supposed to tell us?
I don't know.
I played through Death
That's what, like,
Stranding. I still
every
know what I was supposed to tell
apocalyptic
you.
Game is.
Pretty much every
Every single
every
one.
apocalyptic game is like human
Violence is bad, come together.
Yeah, come together, guys. Violent bad. Except
Violence is
of
bad.
course,
Let go of your hatred.
violence isn't
etc.,
bad when you're
etc.
slaughtering thousands of brainless NPCs, but it's
And there's,
bad
like-
when you kill named character. And it's bad.
And there's other apocalyptic
It's-
games like Rage 2 or something that like embraces it.
It's like fuck it, just kill everyone, dude.
Yeah, and it's like, you know what? I'm sick of your
Don't talk
fucking
to me about Rage
apocalyptic-
2.
I was gonna say, fuck your apocalyptic, like games genre. Like it's so dried. Like I
It
hate
really
it.
is at this
I
point.
just think
Well,
the
it's
whole
just been
cycle of
so
revenge
much,
story
yeah.
has been done to the point of like absolute.
It has.
Yeah, I mean it's
It
just
absolutely
monkeys in a
has.
typewriter at this point. Like everyone's doing it.
Well, I mean, that was the thing with the first game was that it was kind of the same thing. It was a similar like surrogate father-daughter, father-son,
The first game
etc.
is like,
story.
I feel like it was like
It's
about
very
finding
typical,
love.
but it was executed well. I thought
Yeah, so
I
it was
mean, I
a
wasn't
it was
a
a
huge fan, but-
story that's been told before, but it was still told well.
it was told well enough that it was like enjoyable, and I think this is the same kind of thing where it's like you've seen the revenge just creates more revenge over and over, but it sounded like they tell it okay during the middle part, but the ending is stupid and.
The
I think
flash-
the
Didn't you
beginning
just
is
read
whack.
it? To be fair though, Sean, didn't you just read a text document?
There's literally.
Yeah,
you can
I mean-
watch
I mean,
the entire
I'm
I
saying,
haven't
like, a
actually
lot of the
watched game.
things-
I just read the plot.
Like I was saying,
right.
if you just read the plot of Last of Us 1, 2, you'd also be like, this is boring. This
Yeah,
sounds
well, I
this
guess
sounds
I
When
boring.
I read the
I'm-
plot, I thought, oh, that sounds kind of cool. I wouldn't mind playing that. When I read this,
I don't know.
was like,
I think that the writing and the characters a lot would like. Again, I haven't played it yet, so I wouldn't know. I could come back like the next podcast and I'd be like, yeah, it's complete garbage. But I'm just saying, like, the characters and the writing is what makes it.
I mean,
so
I would agree with you, but in Last of Us 1, Joel was the one character that I liked.
That's what I was gonna say. The Last
So,
of Us
like, if
1
he's not even
is,
there,
like, I'm gonna say it. It's the most overhyped, overrated game ever made. The story doesn't
it's
really
one of
stand
them.
out particularly, in my opinion. Like you guys said, it's very standard. It's executed okay. Ellie isn't a particularly likable character, in my opinion. And I think a lot of people get through the game and really like it because Joel is a great character.
That's
I
fair.
never.
And if you make,
Well, yeah,
and in
dude,
this-
Troy Baker, it
yeah.
makes every
and in
character
the
he is
sequel,
an
If
amazing.
you're going to write every character as someone you want to hate, and then make them play as them, and you're supposed to hate them, people will hate your game.
That sounds like Jessica Jones on Netflix.
Yeah, like that's maybe people will love it and say it's amazing. I don't know.
Well,
but
it's
I've-
getting review bombs.
Okay.
super
Yeah, but they
hard.
haven't played it yet. But the scenes
Yeah.
I've seen, I'm really not like impressed. But I didn't really like the first game that much either. So my opinion is very colored by that.
I wanna say this. I've never played Last of Us 1 or 2, but it's starting to really sound like it's an inferior version of Walking Dead season 1 and 2, the Telltale games, where like Lee is such a likable character, and then, like he dies in his own game, not the second game. And Clementine, you don't really have an attachment to her, but like you really start to like grow on her like throughout the second game. Like,
Well, no, you do get an attachment to Clementine. That's
well, yeah,
the
in
whole point of the
game,
first
but, like,
season.
you're so focused on being Lee. And,
Yeah, like you don't really insert as her or like play as her that much.
Yeah. But it sounds like that's what Last of Us is trying to accomplish.
Yeah,
but
I think so.
it's just sounding like it's infuriating, like not being that particularly planned ahead.
Yeah, I think a part of it is the shock value is like a big part thing now. Like subverting
Yeah.
expectations.
That might
is
be
really
true.
important.
I thought that's what Aiden was gonna say when he was. I thought he was gonna say, "Well, how do you make the villain? How do you easily make a villain like dislikable? You just make them kill the main character of the original
Yeah,
one."
well, exactly.
That's true.
I mean,
yeah.
that's what they did in freaking
The thing is, then
the
you
new
have to
Star
pl-
Wars.
The thing is, then you have
Well,
to
see,
play
that
as
was-
the villain, and the villain isn't actually evil. She's portrayed as good, like somewhat justified, right? She's not actually evil.
Can I talk about villain theory for a second?
Yeah.
I really hate like any types of media where it's like, this is the villain, you hate them, and it's like, yeah, like some things do it well, but I think a lot of things are doing it really bad, to the point where it's like, I want everybody to stop making like this black and white villain where it's like, oh, he's evil because he's evil.
Yeah.
Or,
No, but some of them can be good though.
I
Some of them.
want a villain where it's like, oh, like you suck, you're doing a terrible thing, but I know that like I can understand your cause and I can somehow in some ways get behind your own cause
Yes.
and like
Like
You want a more a villain that's blended in between the lines.
Yeah. Sometimes it's like you don't have to like. A villain who's just evil is still like it depends on how well they're written. If they're fun to watch, then it's fun to watch
Yeah.
them. That's just how it
I don't
is.
know. I feel like every villain should be on some levels you can like understand what they're
Relatable.
doing.
I don't know. I mean, something like the Joker. I don't understand him, but I think he's fun to watch.
Oh, okay, that's the other thing. No, villains who are also having fun with themselves, like Joker, Negan, like
Dio!
yeah, those okay, top tier. Those are also top tier villains.
I
But,
think
like-
the important thing to a villain is not that you can understand them, but that they have a clear.
They need charisma.
They need a personality.
think-
Yeah, they
Well,
can't just
I
be.
think that they need to have a clear, like, motive or driving force, like a clear mindset.
Yeah, like Jafar.
Oh my god, I was even gonna say
Sure.
like what villains don't even have those these days.
Well, I was gonna say the
The
perfect
bad ones
example
don't.
of a villain who is like that, who is, you know, you can understand them and you can kind of get behind them and even possibly support that villain, would be like Punisher.
Well, at that point, he's an anti-hero. He's not a villain. I don't think you should ever
But
support
that's the thing. Can
villain.
you? Well, that's the thing. If there's some of these antagonists, I guess I'll put it that way instead, because you got to look. Punisher to Daredevil
Oh,
is
I
a
see
villain.
What you're saying. Yeah,
He
you're right,
is a
you're
villain.
right. I thought
But
you meant like
to-
his own thing.
Well, he's an antagonist.
But to
yeah.
us, he's just the antagonist of the show. But you got to realize, in the sense of like, if we were there, if he existed in real life,
He'd
in
be
real
scary as
life,
fuck.
he would be considered a villain. He would be considered a bad
be a
guy,
terrorist, basically.
and he would be considered a terrorist. But from what he's doing and how we perceive it, and or however the media presents it to us,
It's
we could just say
positive.
like, I kind of understand him, and
I mean,
I'm
he's just
kind of with
taking
it.
out
I
the
mean,
trash.
he's killing pedophiles. Yeah, like
Yeah.
Well,
it's like stuff or
well,
this or that. You know, I'm kind of agree with him.
I mean,
That's why I'm saying, like, he has a clear motive and a mindset, so that you you understand him, or at least you like can see that there's clear, like, cohesive thought process behind what he's doing.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant. Like, that's what I was like trying to say. I was like, I think that's more so what Andre wants, is where you can kind of understand them
I
better.
just think the villain needs to be cohesive, not just doing random evil things. As long as they have like a clear design to them, it's fine.
was
gonna
So,
say,
like,
like,
you're
how-
not sympathetic or empathetic to them.
One that I've been reading a lot right now, if Ron was here, I'd be able to talk about it easily with him, is that I've been reading this one webtoon called Unordinary, and that one follows the main character who starts off as like, you know, the stereotypical goody two-shoes guys, but as the story progresses, he slowly turns into a villain, and you completely understand his entire like mindset and why he's going about the way he is. And it's really fun and interesting because it's like, I get what he's going for, but his means of doing it is in the wrong way. So it's like you're having
I think
now
a
it's
lot of
just like
people-
reversed. Yeah.
I think a lot of people can like sympathize or even agree with the villain.
Yeah.
Like Aaron is like the
From-
biggest example of that.
Aaron from what?
Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan.
He's
Oh,
like
is he a
the
villain?
villain. Yeah, he's evil.
Yeah,
basically.
don't spoil for Andre.
Yeah, it's hard to describe.
I
But
don't know.
basically, they're making him. The author wants you to think he is the villain. I think, but a lot of people actually like him and want him to win anyway.
Well, it's because I mean, well, you've seen him throughout the entire series, so you know
Yeah,
what
so,
he's
like,
gone
I
through,
think
and you
it's
know why he's
possible.
thinking the way he is.
Yeah, it's possible to agree with a villain. I think.
Yeah, you can agree with the villain, but
but
but you shouldn't be able to agree with them 100%. Like if the character's like if it's like a simple character where they're like, oh, my entire race has been oppressed. Well, I want to I want to rise up and take out all the other races. Well, of course I'm not going to support the genocide, but I'm going to support him wanting to like help his race.
Yeah, I guess it's like you can agree with the end goal of the villain, but you shouldn't probably agree
Yeah.
with the means of how
Yeah,
they're doing
yeah.
it.
Well, yeah, of course.
Like,
Like, I
Thanos,
mean,
Thanos, you
villain
can
is
agree
done
with
right,
the fact
right?
that he
I don't know.
wants to,
I
like,
100% support
balance the
Punisher
universe.
murdering
you
people.
100% support genocide, Eli?
I said I 100. Look, don't misconstrue my words here, okay?
What
Let's not get misconstrued.
geez,
That's not
Ron.
what I said.
Let's give Eli the floor. Eli, what are you gonna say?
No, I was just saying I 100. That's why. But I 100% agree how Punisher does it. Like, I feel like garbage is garbage, and if it's got to get taken out, you take it out.
Yeah,
You
Eli
know,
supports the
just
death
putting-
penalty.
Just putting them behind bars and then letting them back out to go back and do the same things doesn't change anything. Now, if there's a possible chance that you could reform these people and make them better for the community or whatever,
Which, to be
but even
fair-
still, you got to realize, let's say a rapist who rapes a child, that person is forever going to hold that burden, and the person that he did it to is forever going to remember that, and so is the family. And if it were my children or my family or whatever like that, I'd be out for vengeance. I'm just saying.
Okay, sure, but how do we credit someone with making that judgment? Hey,
So anyway, I started blasting.
Yeah, what about young little Tony who just joined the gang and he hasn't done any raping yet, but he gets gunned down because he so happened to be there when the Punisher was there?
Can we have Eli cocking like an AK or something while he's talking about that?
Eli, you're on a motorcycle right now. I'm putting in the motorcycle sound design. All right, go. Cock your gun, dude.
All right. I did it. I did.
This podcast is getting wild. Dude, this podcast is getting
Oh my
controversial
God.
fast, dude. Bringing up
Okay.
Last of Us 2 is a mistake.
no, that was good.
Nah, 'cause,
I hate
like,
fucking
what-
video games. Let's talk about Pokemon.
No, I
and
just
how
want to
it's a-
be on whatever side is.
Let's not talk about
popular
Pokemon.
at the end, okay?
Pokemon's
Years
Pokemon's
from now,
depressing
someone's
for me.
gonna find this like, hey man, I noticed you didn't support Last of Us 2 before it came out.
Aiden,
can't
drop it.
hire
We're
you,
done
bro.
talking about
Fire.
Last of Us 2.
Yeah,
We're talking
jeez, why are you still talking
Pokemon.
about Last of Us, man? Let's talk about Demon Souls.
No, please, Ronnie. I've been dying to talk about Pokemon, please.
Why do you want to talk about Pokemon? You hate Pokemon.
Pokemon is becoming synonymous with Leapfrog. It's a fucking toddler's game. But Pokemon Snap, which I'm like, I don't want to support Pokemon anymore. I like Pokemon Snap, but I'm not going to support Game Freak. But then I found out it was made by Bandai. God.
Okay.
What are you guys' opinion on that? Do you think like, when was the last time Pokemon has ever been developed by somebody else other than Game Freak?
mean-
Literally every spin-off they've ever made.
Okay, well,
You
conversation over.
freaking dolt, you dolt.
Bandai a few years ago made Pokemon.
You're such a
I don't.
dolt.
Well, Pokemon's a bad game.
What? Shut the fuck up. Pokemon is
Andre,
Pokemon's
I
not
know
a
what you're
bad
saying.
game.
You
Pokemon's
want
not a
Game
bad
Freak to
game.
stop making like real Pokemon games.
I mean, yeah,
What?
everyone does.
Game Freak only makes the main series.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, Game Freak is busy sucking.
Has Game Freak ever? Here's the real question: has Game Freak ever made a spin-off? For Pokemon?
I don't think so.
Did they make Rescue Rangers?
Did they
I
make
mean, they made
Stadium?
Let's Go if you count that.
What about Stadium?
Let's go.
That doesn't count. I don't count that one.
If you don't count that, then no, I don't think so.
Stadium? Pokemon DX? Gala
I don't think
Stadium?
They did not make Coliseum or Stadium.
Okay.
They might have made Stadium, but I don't
I
think
don't
so.
know.
Oh, it seems like. Oh, there you
Dude,
go.
Stadium
Andre.
was top tier, so.
Pokemon sucks now, guys.
Sword and Shield was pretty disappointing. Yeah.
But dude, that expansion though. I'm not
I
getting
haven't
it.
played it yet, but
They
it's,
robbed.
you have to pay $30. You have to buy the pass. You can't buy the individual DLCs. You have to buy the full pass.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
So I'm not buying it until the next one's out.
Ooh, that's fun.
Jeez.
Boy. Dang.
What a-
Game
what a
freak
crap
over here
show.
just reaching into the wall. Ooh, give me that money.
Called Give Me That Cash.
There's arguments saying that like they don't need to make 2 versions anymore. Do you think that's still like a?
Have they ever needed a? They never
They-
need to
yeah, I
make
was-
two
Well, I wanna- I
versions.
wanna bring- never
this is the
needed
question.
to.
Do you think they're still doing 2 versions for the sake of tradition, or because they're still like trying to reach into your pockets?
Both.
I think
Reach
it's,
into your
I
pockets.
think it's a. You know what? That's pretty hard. I think it's a bit of both at this point.
I think it's
It feels like a
Okay,
bit of
'cause
both.
the reason they did it in the first place was to encourage people to actually like
to trade.
talk to each other.
Yeah.
And the whole point
now
of that
there's,
was
like,
you had to do it
online-
face to face.
Right, now that there's online, there is the argument that it doesn't need to be there. But
Yeah.
they are clearly very attached to their traditions. They said they would never do starters outside of fire, water, grass.
Yeah.
So like
I do
clearly
like
there
that.
are some things they're just attached to.
But let's be honest, money's also probably a factor in there somewhere.
They're
I
they're
mean,
attached to my
here's the
Poke
thing, you
coins.
say
if you know
that-
what I'm saying.
But I think the
Yeah,
amount of
that's-
people who buy both versions is very small. I think if they
Did you buy both
just put out
versions
one
for this
version,
one?
it'd be the same sales. It would just all be on one game instead.
Sean, did you buy
I
both
have both
versions for
versions.
Sword and Shield?
Nope.
I do.
No, I was gonna say I was
Wait,
like,
Sean, is this the first time you haven't bought both versions?
No. I almost never do. The only time I did was Sun and Moon.
are you
you
sure?
go.
Didn't you do?
Yeah.
No, you did X and Y.
I did like many moons after it had come out. Yes.
But you still
bought
did it.
That doesn't count.
That still counts. I've done it. I bought Diamond and Pearl like many moons after.
I mean, the thing is, like, if you're saying that, I didn't buy it because I wanted the other version. I bought it because I wanted to play the game again, and I didn't want to lose my file, so I just bought the other version.
Dude,
Yeah.
emulate.
If it was just one game, I'd still buy another copy. It just
All right. Can I ask a question to Andre?
What?
Okay, Andre. I'm not trying to attack you. Okay. Okay. Listen.
Tack
Go
him
ahead.
to it.
Explain to me what is the point of Pokemon Snap? Because when I think of it, it seems like a rail shooter, which is already like a stagnant genre that is relatively unpopular. But you don't blow up anything or kill anything. So what is the fucking
No.
point?
Okay, nobody interrupt me. It's to take pretty pictures.
Ah!
The,
Shit!
I mean, that is it's
the,
it's
the
a
floor was
photography
yours,
game.
and that's what you
That
delivered.
was a good delivery. I mean, I get it. I guess I get
Is it gonna be on an Unreal shooter then?
Well, it's a mix. Yeah, it still is.
yeah.
Okay, because like if the whole point is to take pretty pictures, wouldn't it be
Well, it's
cooler
two
if it was like
things. It's
open
seeing
leveled and you
Pokemon
can like travel around and find the
Shut up.
Pokemon yourself?
You gotta wait. Okay, first of all, there's things like you can throw apples, you can throw like smoke things. So like
Okay.
you do have tools to lead or make Pokemon go away. So it's a little bit of puzzles, like puzzle solving. And
Yeah,
if you
it
figure out
is.
those puzzles, you can lead Pokemons to take better pictures or to like reveal new Pokemons.
Yeah.
Okay.
And,
But it doesn't have to be on rail.
It I think on rail is what makes it unique. It's
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if
the
it's not
base
on
of the
rail,
game.
then you just like sneak around and find all the Pokemon that are hidden and stuff.
Yeah,
It's think
open
of it this way,
world.
Ronnie. It's the gimmick of the game. Without it, it's not really Pokemon.
So it's
Snap.
Star Fox, but instead of shooting, like blowing stuff up, you take photos.
Your goal is to find like all the Pokemon and take the best pictures of them and
No,
stuff.
I'm just like is the photo taking aspect like saving your photos? Is that like a big appeal to it? Like the
Well, you also
actual-
get ranked on the photos.
okay, but I'm saying it's the actual like photography part, a
I
draw.
think it just
of the game.
depends. For some people, it's the puzzle of finding all the Pokemon and
Okay.
the interactions you can do with them. Because
Some
like in some
okay.
cases, there might be a Pokemon standing near another one, and if you throw an apple, it'll think the other Pokemon hit it, and then they'll fight or something.
Okay.
There's things
my-
like that you can do, but yeah, maybe for some people it's just take as cute a pictures as you
because
can
I was
or something.
I was genuinely curious about this.
Okay.
I'm
and
not
I
trying
don't
to
know-
just shit on the game.
Yeah.
I haven't
Right.
played it.
No, you're fine. I'll tell you this, Aiden. My biggest surge of dopamine while playing Pokemon Snap was throwing a million apples at a Pokemon, like literally bullying it. There's this one point in the original game where like Charmeleon is like walking around a pit of lava, and you have to push into the lava, and it becomes a Charizard, and it's like, haha, I did that. And like,
Oh my god.
I did that.
Sound,
I see what you're saying though. It's like the
sounds like open
interactivity-
and honest
Yeah.
There's a lot
animal
of
abuse.
abuse. Okay, that sounds cool. Thanks for answering my question.
yeah, no problem. We need another topic now.
Yeah, let's go back to the PS5.
Andre, what do you
We
think?
barely
Well, I was
talked-
gonna ask him.
Oh no, I'm wrong. You go ahead.
Andre, because I know you
What?
were talking about it a little bit before, but we didn't really get to talk about it that much. I was gonna ask you what you think about the new Demon Souls.
Did you? Okay. I really like Dark Souls. But I've never played Demon Souls. I want to give that a chance. So I'm not really too excited because like a lot of the stuff is like, it just looks like a new game to me, I guess.
And you talking about like I'm talking about like the visuals because I remember you had some stuff to say about
Oh, I
that.
said. So like because I follow fans of Demon Souls, they said like, oh my god, this is amazing. We get it. Like it's not like the disappointing. Dark Souls Remaster is a disappointment. It's literally a port with like.
With new glitches.
with crappy glitches.
There's okay. Here's the thing. I want to side topic. There was so many fucking. It's Dark Souls is a great game. It's far from perfect. There's a million like glaring bugs that needed to be fixed, and the remaster having the opportunity was like, nah, we're not gonna like do any of that, and it's infuriating.
But it's I think the reason for that though is because they wanted to keep that traditional experience
No.
of that
Eli,
game.
the
Because you gotta
centipede falling
No.
through the floor is not part of the traditional
well,
experience.
no. I'm not giving it a pass and saying that that's okay. I'm just saying maybe it's just like with the Pokemon deal, and they're just like, let's stick true to tradition.
No.
And if the game sucks, let it suck because people love because people love it regardless of how
no,
bad it
because you
is.
say that you say that, but they added a bunch of like systems to the PvP and stuff like that. So,
Oh, okay, never mind.
they didn't keep to the tradition. They
Not
changed
really.
stuff.
They added like a few quality of life changes to the
Quality of
menu.
life
Yeah,
changes that I heard are
yeah.
that nobody really liked.
The PvP is still like exactly the same. It still has all the jank and weirdness.
Well, I'm talking about like invading. Like the invaders now are like excessively over leveled and overpowered because they did some kind of like change to how the system works.
They changed to how like soul level matching works.
Yeah, and I heard that that it's not good because of it.
Shut up. Okay, I want to talk about this real fast.
Yeah,
So, like,
go on.
Here's the number one reason why it's not justified. Dark Souls isn't stuck on the PlayStation, whatever it came out on. It's on Steam. You can play it whenever you want. There's no literal point to remaster.
If you had a
It's-
PC, Andre.
Yeah, but everybody has a fucking PC.
Not
What are you talking
everybody.
about?
Not everybody.
I mean, they could have re-released it. They could have just re-released it on PS4 and Xbox One.
Well, yeah, that's what this was. They just wanted
Yeah.
to re-release
Yeah,
it.
well, they
It
re-released
wasn't
it.
meant to be
fucked it up
anything
when
more
they
than
re-released
that.
it.
But why would they really release it if it's on Steam, which is a timeless console?
For
It's your
people who
literal
don't
PC.
have
Yeah.
Because they
A
could get
PC.
idiots to buy it on PS4 and Xbox
Yeah,
One.
the money.
And I heard that the PS4 version actually isn't nearly as bad as the PC version.
had
Like
no
literally the
issues with
PC
it.
version is the crappy one.
You guys are defending the literal one gamer kid who doesn't have a computer. Are you kidding me? It's so small.
No, what are you
I don't
talking
think
about?
it's as small of amount of people as you think.
Bro, dude, do you see how many PS4s have been sold?
I
Yeah.
lost track. I lost track of what I was gonna say about Dark Souls, but let's move back on to
yeah, let's
Demon
go back to
Souls.
Demon Andre's chaotic energy is overwhelming.
I was listening, but it just wasn't coming out.
Here's the thing about Demon Souls. Everybody is excited. It's not gonna be a disappointing like report. It's gonna be a like from the ground up. I think.
Well, it is.
remake.
It is a remake.
Yeah, it's a full remake.
Yeah. Wait, a port?
No,
it's a
remake.
full remake.
Yeah, it's a remake. So like all the shitty stuff is gonna probably be gone. Because they
Oh,
have
well,
to, like,
one can
it's
hope.
perfect-
Debatable. I
Okay,
mean,
well,
definitely, I think people are going to be disappointed when they play it when they've only played Dark Souls and they realize that this was their first attempt, and there's a lot of really dumb design choices.
Okay, but
Amber
the one
brass.
thing that like I've been hearing is that the atmosphere is different. Around
It's
the
just
tower
Dark Fantasy.
Well, around the Tower Knight, the
Oh, you
it's
mean
like
visually,
bro-
like the new graphics?
yeah, like it's like a broad day with like crystal clear blue skies, like nice.
Oh,
puffy
like it's
clouds.
not as dark, is
It's
what
not
you
as
mean?
gloomy
Yeah.
as like
Yeah.
And I wish they kept that tone, but
There
I
are
don't
some,
know.
there might be some, but I know the Twitter thread you put in that you were showing me was like I was looking at it and
Whoa.
like Yeah, because like in it, there's like this one part where like it has that hallway. You know the picture with the hallway, Andre. And everyone was like, "Oh my God, look at this! Look at all the vegetation they put in." And I'm like, you can clearly. And I was like, you can clearly tell that the original was trying to put in vegetation, but they just couldn't do it. Like there was just like very few, and it looked really crappy. Like
vegetation
wasn't
is nice,
possible
but
at
I'm
the
talking
time.
about like fog and like green blown out skies.
And from those pictures, it looked way more depressing than the other one. The other one just looks like the original just looks ugly and orange for some reason.
I think Andre has a point. Some of the atmosphere to me is definitely lost in the new one.
But here's the thing. I actually
like-
want to give it. I'm not. Sorry if you're done.
Well, I'm just gonna post something in the Discord while you guys talk, and we'll talk about it after.
Okay, I just wanted to say that like even though that like the atmosphere is brightened up, I still think like it might be good on its own right. So I'm not really gonna like.
The atmosphere doesn't look changed that much to me in that one. It still looks
No,
dark.
don't look at the atmosphere. It's an
that
entirely
one
new
looks-
structure.
Oh yeah,
not
but who
even-
cares?
Yeah, more.
I
yeah,
know,
But if you
but-
add more details and grass, that's fine. It's all
What
about
I'm
like
saying
how you
is
present
the
it.
building itself is literally been entirely changed.
Yeah, but who
But
cares?
hold on, let me talk. First
Okay.
of all, some people probably fucking care because they love Demon Souls and actually like the game as it is. So
Yeah, but I
I
don't
know
care
that's
about
hard
them.
for you to understand. Well, guess what? I'll defend them right now. I'll say this.
Okay.
In the original, if you look, it's like a Roman or like Greek building with like lots of pillars and shit. In the new game, it's like Gothic Bloodborne style architecture. It literally looks nothing alike. You could probably wouldn't even know it was Demon Souls unless you actually already knew like beforehand. Personally,
I agree with that.
I'm okay with it. But I think it's not fair to pretend like there isn't some change in atmosphere and style that's actually big. And if you really like Demon Souls and you actually care, you could be upset by that. I think
Okay,
that's
you know
fair.
what? You're
Yeah.
right. Fair enough.
I'm agree with you guys. I'm being devil's advocate. I think it looks beautiful, and I prefer the Gothic look, especially for this kind of game. But I could see why people would be like, "What happened?"
Exactly.
Yeah, but let's all put our hands together and we all recite these words. The original Demon Souls looks like little doo-doo water.
Yeah, it looks like little dude. It looks like fucking
Literal doo-doo water.
Dude, you know what it looks like?
Ronnie,
What?
should I not put up the pictures and make Aiden's fucking argument?
Yeah,
look
do
dumb?
it. Do it.
Oh, you don't have to put the
Put up the
pictures in.
pictures.
You
I'm
don't
actually
have to.
curious.
I
now.
have to put up the pictures.
No, you don't have to put the pictures in if you don't want to. It's not necessary because people will understand like what we're getting at if they've looked at it anyway.
Wait for the epic plot twist that those two are actually different parts of the game.
This is my
Final
favorite
game.
thing
That'll
from
be so-
Andre. It's
that'll
either
so
going to be
sick.
that he got him or Andre's just going to blow it up in his face. It's always those two whenever Andre does an argument.
Either, I
It's
don't know,
usually the latter. He usually always blows it up in his own face.
the original Demon Souls looks like someone actually poured doo-doo water on the camera lens. Like that's what it looks like. It's ugly.
Eye melting at all times, dude.
I think
It's so...
the game looks like shit in its old version.
It's really ugly.
But you know, like I said, I'm devil's advocate for those people out there who are like, I love Demon Souls.
See,
Demon Souls was
yeah,
the
well,
best one.
Those
well, that's
retards.
there for
that's
you.
exactly what you have to say though. At some points, you have to play devil's advocate for him because you got to realize if you've never played Demon Souls, right?
I haven't.
And you
I don't
no,
give
I
a
know. I'm
fuck.
just
Yeah,
saying.
I'm just saying I don't give a
I'm
fuck.
just saying, like, let's say you've never played it, right? But
trying to
you're
do a
now
let's
getting
play.
into it because of there's a remake for the game, and you're like, oh man, this looks cool, this looks great. I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna play it. But all of the original fans who played it from where it was, let's say with that Roman style or Greek style
whatever.
architecture in the world and everything, that's what they're used to, and that's what they want to go back to because they want to get back into the game. Whereas it is what it was, you know. They don't want it to be a new game because now, if you look at this, that reminds me heavily of Dark Souls 3.
Yeah, it
Honestly,
looks a
like
lot
the way the atmosphere is changing and everything, because you got to realize Dark Souls 3 is much more gothic than all of the Souls games,
like Bloodborne.
which is fine. That's completely fine. I mean, I liked it, but it's a really big jump from what it was to what it is now, and it is kind of a slap in the face to the original fans who were playing it from what it was and
yeah.
don't want that change. Now, obviously, there are those people who are original fans and they
they love it,
genuinely don't
probably.
care and they love it, yeah, and they want to play it
There's
regardless.
probably more of them than anyone else. to be honest.
Exactly. Yeah. We're right now we're defending the minority. It's just
Andre,
we got to
where's this
understand that that's where they're
It makes
coming
for
from. You know.
interesting podcast content. Okay.
Yeah, Andre, where's that thing already? Hurry up.
What thing?
You said
What
you were going
thing?
to put in a thing. like,
Oh, everybody react to like a gunshot being fired in the background. Ouch!
Ugh!
Oh.
you didn't even put it in.
What? Put what in?
Wait, what the fuck is going in a post, retard?
No, I thought that he was gonna put in a thing to debunk your argument. Is that what he said, or I'm not hearing anything?
No, he's gonna edit that in afterward to make me look retarded. I'm saying, look at these pictures. He's gonna put in 2 different pictures.
Oh, he's gonna put in 2 different pictures.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I couldn't hear
Yeah,
him
look
because
like a fucking retard.
I couldn't hear him because he was talking in the middle of you guys talking. I thought he was saying that he's gonna put it in pictures right now to debunk you, and I was like, this is gonna blow up in his face, and I can't wait.
Wait. Oh, were you misunderstanding? Ronnie, I said.
Yes, I misunderstood
okay,
you.
Aiden was heavily talking about these 2 images that are in.
We just talked about this. We just talked about this. You don't need to talk about it again.
He said he was just gonna not put them like on the video of the podcast, so no one knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, dude.
Ronnie.
Just put up a picture of like Sonic
This
and
episode
Shadow.
is so fucked. Like, it's
Who
so-
cares? That's what you guys come here for, guys.
I don't even think it's like if I put up a picture of Sonic and Shadow instead of like the 2 comparison photo like screenshots.
Please do that.
But
Please
it's gonna
do
look
Sonic and
so
Shadow.
random.
Do like Mario Sunshine and then freaking Super Monkey Ball.
Dude, you guys hear they're making a new Super Monkey?
Oh yeah.
They are? What?
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Is it a real
Yeah,
Super
that's what I
Monkey
heard.
Ball or is it another crappy one?
No, it might be the 3rd
I
one.
don't know, Super Monkey Ball 3 apparently.
Perfect
Is
for
it?
making me puke.
We'll see.
Yeah, perfect for.
Dude, okay, I was watching a guy play Super Monkey Ball 2 like modded levels the other day,
Those
and
are
it's super
fucking
fun.
insane, dude.
That game actually looks hella fun.
Dude,
to
those
play.
levels though are so fucked.
Yeah, they're
Are you talking,
crazy.
wait, are you talking
Yeah,
about
they
the
made
hamster one or the
No, the monkey one.
No,
That's
it's
what.
It's like a pack.
Super Monkey Ball.
which one?
It's a monkey in a ball.
The first 2?
What?
Wait, I'm
Andre?
sorry, I just got lost for a second. What do we? I know we're talking about Super Monkey Balls, but Sean, which game are you talking about?
It's just Super Monkey Ball 2, but people have created like their own
Hard
levels, and you can
Okay,
download
yeah.
them.
No, Super Monkey Ball is great, but I
Yeah.
gotta make a shout out to Nick Robinson, who's like this entitled fan that I hate.
Oh, is that the guy that went to Japan to like put a picture on there?
Yeah, I made that really unfunny joke. Fuck you, dude.
Yeah, it's so stupid. Like that
What?
meme that he put in was like garbage. But I will say that one video that he did where he like went on a quest to find the Super Monkey Ball like voice announcer to
His
find
new
him.
video.
That was a really good video.
No. That was good. But then he was like saying like, creator Super Monkey Ball, if you come back to make the 3rd game, we'll welcome you in open arms, as if he wants to come back. You fucking entitled piece of shit.
It's like,
I think he should say. Well, at that point, he's on his hands and knees. He's like, I'll really suck you off, man, if you do Super Monkey Ball 3.
He was being really mean to the creator when he was talking about when he went to Japan, that video, because he was like saying like, he was like criticizing like his new life choice, and it's like, dude, get off his back.
What?
Oh no! Oh yeah, I don't think he was criticizing, as he was just pointing out like that he has changed as a person too. I don't know if he was technically criticizing it or trying to make him feel bad
he
about
straight
it.
up did. I'll tell you. So the guy who made Super Monkey Ball, he made the first 2 games and then he left, and then Super Monkey Ball got insanely
Yeah.
easy. He left to go make the Sega Yakuza series, which Aiden loves.
yeah.
But here's the thing. He wanted to make those games. He said like, I don't get why people like Super Monkey Balls. I like these games. I like Yakuza. And he started like changing his appearance, like physical appearance. Like he started dressing like a Yakuza. He like shaved his head. And then
Yeah, his
Oh,
his
shit.
style started
but like
changing.
that's what he
as-
wants. That's what he wants to be. And then Nick Robinson's like,
A series whose creator, with all due respect, looked like he got bit by a Yakuza 15 years ago and started slowly transforming into one.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch it because I don't remember it being nearly as harsh. I think he was just pointing out the fact and that it was kind of comical, like how his like entire like style has changed over the years. But I don't remember him bashing him.
Listen, I'll say this. If the guy who made Monkey Ball is making Yakuza and pissing off little bitches, he's the ultimate Chad, and he's made it.
yeah.
That guy's
Yeah,
a fucking
dude, fuck
beast.
him.
Yakuza
Yeah, no,
is
he makes good
extremely
games.
sick, and if Monkey Ball fags are getting mad at the same time, it's a win-win.
Yeah.
He should keep doing whatever he's doing.
Nick Robinson, you're a nice guy, but like you were being really entitled, and like the creator left. Get over it.
No one is more entitled
I'm
than
gonna
gamers.
I'm gonna
dude.
rewatch those videos to see because I don't remember that, but we'll see. Oh my god, did you know that surgeons would play Super Monkey Ball.
Surgeon? Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
Surgeons would play Super Monkey Ball too to
Yeah.
warm up.
Yeah, to warm up, so that way they were accurate.
And to call, it was like it would help with like to test like when their nerves when they get anxious to make sure like they're not, you know, like shaking and everything like that.
Yeah, Super Monkey Ball's sick. Super Monkey Ball saves lives.
I remember this story where like this guy was gonna go like get heart surgery, but the doctor had like canceled at the last minute because he was playing Super Monkey Ball, and like he rage quit, and it's like, sorry, we can't trust you to do his operation. You need to go home.
I don't think that's legit.
Wait,
I
are you
can't
being
bel-
legit
I can't-
here?
Okay, here's the thing. I can't say I believe you with that statement, but I can say I can see some truth in there because with this wild ass world.
No,
I
that's
can
complete.
see
No,
that
I mean
happening.
he's not wrong. Like that. No,
You
and,
could tell he made it up
it-
because he like trailed off at the end.
Well, not
He
only-
realized it was stupid.
but to be fair, like that actually does make some sort of sense to it. Like I mean, if he rage quits
Yeah,
at Super
yeah,
Monkey Ball, then he
it does.
shouldn't be doing the surgery.
Yeah, that's true.
Exactly. Yeah, that's why I was like, I can
That
kind
makes
of
sense,
see some
but
truth
like
in
Andre
there.
just ruined it in his delivery.
No, I
Wait, what
pulled
were we
it.
talking about again? Monkey Ball?
Well, it's not.
No, you didn't
that's
fool
easy
me.
to do.
I didn't believe you.
That's easy to do. I was able to fool Eli that freaking Vin Diesel was a skinhead or whatever.
No, you said he was a
Yeah, they said he was a
Holocaust denier.
Holocaust denier. Yeah.
And I did believe that. I'll give you that. I was like, oh, my whole outlook on him has changed.
Okay, ad read time.
that
Oh.
gentle giant.
What
No,
Yeah,
what,
he's got
let's
an
keep going, dude.
What-
This is a special
Oh, no,
podcast
I mean,
episode.
like, to me, ad.
Trying
You
to
can,
run my hard drive into the ground.
We do the
on
ad
him?
reads
no,
at the
no,
end.
you can still like do 2 more topics after an ad read.
No, we do the ad reads at the
Alright,
end.
fine.
No,
Okay,
but
that's
wait,
true.
what did you guys think of the PS5? We never even.
I like
We
it.
literally
I
just like skipped right past
okay.
that.
I'll,
literally
I'll
never even found out.
Aiden, I'll answer you genuinely right now. I like it. I like the look of it. However, I'm probably not going to get it day one because there's probably not gonna be that much for the launch titles, but I probably will get it like later down the
I'm
line.
gonna say I'm not a fan of the majority of the PlayStation games. I do like the new design of the PlayStation, TBH. Like, I like how it's white and it stands up. It's kind of cool. But yeah,
It doesn't have to
it's a
stand
little
up.
bit too much money for someone like me who's probably gonna get like 1 or 2 games and then like not play it for a week.
Can I go last? Because I wanna.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I don't have a whole lot else to say. I don't like the design personally. I think it looks silly. I just like it when they're just a box, or just like Wii U, like a little, just like kind of circular box, just simple.
Okay.
I think
I agree. I probably won't buy it right away because nothing that we've heard yet super excites me.
I kind of agree with Sean. I think it looks like a dust trap.
Yeah. It looks like it'd be really hard to clean
I-
without a compressed air.
I do have to say the fact that it perfectly matches the shape of Cell's head. It's like a big plus to the design. Because like at first
do
I
like
wasn't
the
sure,
memes.
but now I'm like, oh, I don't know, dude. It does look like the ultimate being.
Did you see the Saito Kaiba one?
No, I haven't seen that yet. So like they're kind of growing on me, but yeah, I don't know
It
about
does
the
have the
design.
popped collar.
I don't really know about the design. It's kind of weird.
So-
Yeah.
but
Okay.
yeah.
Well, me personally, I like it. I like the way it looks. I think it looks pretty cool. My issue is not so much with the console, but what makes it.
Sorry, Eli.
No, it's fine. The picture of Sato Kaiba with his collar. So my thing is, I don't understand why people. I can understand why you don't like the look of it for like from a technical standpoint and stuff like that, because you're like, oh, it's gonna be a dust trap, which I get and everything, but I don't really get people who just make fun of it and say they don't like it just because my reasoning is you don't want the same looking thing every year. Do you not want the console to progress and look more different? Because realistically, every time if someone releases a console that's still the same, you got to realize everyone shat on the Xbox Series X look because they're like, it looks like a box, it looks like a
Looks like a
refrigerator,
stupid
it's
box.
just
It's too like fat.
but you see, well, hold on, see, that's exactly what I mean.
That's exactly what you wanted.
If it's simple, people shit on it.
No,
if it's
I mean, there's a
extravagant,
difference between a
people
fat
are
box
shitting
and a
on it.
simple
The look of
rectangle.
the look of the PlayStation 5 looks like someone actually designed it. Like it took a design team to come up with its look. The Xbox Series X, a child could have came up with. Literally, my son could have came up with that.
That's kind of why
it's not.
good though. It's just a
Yeah.
tower.
I mean,
This is
no
the
one
PC
shat on like the
tower, right?
Xbox One design because it's just a box. The Xbox
But why
Series
would-
X looks like a stupid box.
I'll say this. This is. I
But
think
why do you
could
just
say-
want it to be a box? Why do you
'Cause
want everything
I'm
to be a
never
box?
gonna look at it. All
Sean-
I'm gonna do is just play it.
Sean,
I'm
I
not
have
gonna
it-
look at
I
it,
have
so just make it a
something,
simple
though.
thing I can. Just
Okay, then what does it
plop
matter
on
if
the-
it's ugly
It
then?
doesn't
Because
matter.
it's
It
huge.
doesn't make a difference whether I'm gonna buy it. I just think it looks dumb.
I think it looks like a console that people from the 90s thought a console in 2020 would look like. That's how I would describe it.
No, because
I
no,
think-
but
Yeah, no, I disagree. but
I think the big problem is the disk drive is just disgusting looking. If you,
That
if
I'll give you
look
that.
at the
I think-
disk
I think
drive-
that is
if
kinda-
you look at
kinda
the
dumb,
PS5
yeah.
with a disk drive and you think this looks okay, you are wrong. I'm
Where
sorry.
is the
no,
disk
I agree.
drive?
I agree with
Like
that. The
fucking
disk
shit.
drive there is kind of
Without the
stupid.
disk drive, it looks aight. I think it looks. I don't know. It just looks like what people think tech in the future would look like white, elegant.
But
lines.
that's the thing. It is tech in the future.
Yeah, I mean, it's like it's like
Right?
a slightly underpowered PC repackaged.
Aiden, I already can tell you that's not even wrong because in their PS like 9 that they like had a commercial for was just a it was literally the Game Sphere from Drake and Josh.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's.
But
it
no, but
feels like
that's what I'm
something
saying,
from the early
though.
2000s. People thought it would look like, and it's kind of endearing because of that. But I still feel like the dust and like
But that's what I'm
cleaning will be
saying.
a problem.
But that's what I'm saying. Sean, think about it. It's getting rounder, and the more we get it rounder, the closer we can finally have the Game Sphere. That's what
Dude,
we've
it's
been
the same thing
fighting
with
for this
cars.
whole time.
Yeah, it's everything is losing its angle. Everything is becoming much more less edged, more angular, smooth, and curved.
I think I
That's-
just
Yeah.
like Edge.
Ca-
Edge just is more pleasing to
You
me.
guys don't know it, but the Adobe suite that I pay for, all their apps have transformed from squares to like these beveled boxes,
Dude,
and they're all
it's taking.
and they're all blue, and it sucks. But that's
Well, that's the day and age we live in. Look at every app on your phone right now. If you do, everything is a smoothed edge. Everything is
yeah, you're right.
like, cause it's just that's just what it is.
Look at
like,
the Discord.
It's
Look at
become
these
more
Discord
appealing to
things right
everyone.
here. These pictures that you guys put in at the edges.
No,
they're-
dude, now I can't
edges.
unsee it. What the fuck?
That's just how it is. It's pleasing
It's
to
all
the eye, my
smooth.
friends.
I feel like if I ran at the corners of like any of these apps at full speed and like knocked my head, I would not die. Like that's how fucking
Exactly. It's safety.
Exactly.
You feel safe.
I
Yeah.
want to feel like I'm in danger when I'm playing the PS5. You know, like I can actually die.
What?
I need sharp
you need
edges.
to own a
I need to be
PS4.
able to. Dude, I need to be able to be running back into my room with a hot pocket in my mouth, trip, fall, and get an edge in my eye.
Every
That's
single
what I need.
time I
need
get up
angles.
and turn on my console, there needs to be
you
a
could.
risk of
This
me
thing has
cutting
the
my
popped
finger
collars,
off.
dude. You could easily hit your eye on that and just take it right out.
What's the
That's what
best
I need.
console
I
design?
need points.
What was the best designed console?
GameCube.
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 You guys, really?
Okay.
The small
Listen.
purple cube is something.
You're
that
forgetting.
is the
You're
best
no.
design.
You're forgetting.
It had a
Yes,
handle.
you're forgetting that exact thing. It had the lunchbox handle, so that way I could take it to my best friend's house, Tony. So that way we could sit down and play Mario Party.
Yeah, no joke. That's the
Are you
whole reason
actually
why I
serious
say
about
that.
Hang on, the Switch might.
But it had a handle. Did you forget about the handle?
Yeah, the handle was
No,
actually
I'm
really
s-
cool.
Yeah, I fucking know I had a handle. Jesus. Are you serious that the GameCube is the best designed visually, aesthetically?
I'm literally.
I really like the
console ever?
PS2 actually. I think the PS2 might be my favorite.
Okay. I'm just asking.
Yeah, the slim PS2 was my favorite.
That's a good one.
The
Couched
Game
in
Boy Advance
360.
Micro.
Those things.
Oh, the Game Boy Advance
No,
SP.
no, not the SP. The Micro.
Dude,
No, the micro, the
Do
tiny
you guys
little
remember
pieces of
all
trash.
of those consoles? There was a console like that for every single thing. They always made, like, you would just see them online, but you never seen anyone who owned one. But they were like those really mini handheld consoles, but they were so
Yeah,
small
yeah.
that like the
The
screen was
Tigers
maybe
things?
2
The
inches.
Wii
like,
had one, but it was a Canadian exclusive.
yeah, the PSP had one. The PS Vita had one. I'm
Oh,
like,
the tiny
who
little,
buys these?
the tiny little
anywhere?
piece of trash PSP thing that was like downloadable only stuff.
No, yeah, but they did it for like every console, like every handheld console had a version of these things, like had their extremely mini version of it.
Yeah,
It
now
was
now
so
it's the
weird.
reverse. Now they release like the regular version, then the next one's like a bigger brick.
You say that, but we've got the Switch and then the Switch Lite.
The Switch
You
is
say
good.
that, but then you got the regular like 3DS, and you got the 3DS XL, then the 3DS New XL.
True. And the 2DS
New
was even
3DS
bigger than the
XL.
3DS.
Yeah, dude. Okay,
The 2DS was
I
even
used to
bigger,
make fun
dude.
of
I
the
freaking
2DS.
hated
I used
that
to be
thing.
like, the 2DS sucks, but like, the more I started looking at it, it slowly started winning me
The thing
over.
about the 2DS, like it needed to actually come out. Like none of their games was required. Like looked good. Okay, so like Smash Bros and like Mario, like those you didn't. And Animal Crossing New Leaf, like you didn't need to play in 3D. Like
Nothing you did.
Yeah, none of them
Yeah,
did.
I was gonna say I
So,
never
like,
needed to
moving
play
to 3D,
anything.
I don't think there was a single game that ever made use of it. in the
Maybe Mario
gameplay,
Kart.
like,
That's it.
way.
Like playing Mario Kart.
I mean,
Did
some
it?
games looked nice with it, but none
Yeah,
of them
It was
ever
never
utilized it.
necessary. Like you could easily play it without it and get the same level
So
of
the 2DS
enjoyment.
was
Yeah.
justified, and I actually really like their decision to be like, we can't make it look literally exactly like the 3DS. We need it to like be a different shape, and it's a weird like slice of cake kind of shape, but as long as it's comfortable in your
Yeah.
hands, and that's what it was. It was actually comfortable. Then it's like, yeah, you get a pass all around.
Yeah, too bad they
I
got.
guess that's true.
Too bad they got
I've
rid of
heard
it with
it's
the
pretty
new
comfortable
TDS.
to hold.
They got rid of it with the new 2DS.
Was
They
it
just made it look like
I
the
think Sean
3DS.
said something that I didn't
XL,
agree with. What?
New 3DS XL.
Oh, I said I heard that it's actually pretty comfortable to hold the pie.
Yeah, I
slice.
did.
Freaking Andre. I heard someone disagreeing with me.
Who said that? You disagreeing with me, buddy?
John agreed, so it's all good. I've settled down. I put my AK-47 away.
The rare case where I agree with Andre.
Yeah, and that's I gotta give it like on the note of like comfortability. I gotta give my hat off to Xbox because to be honest, in my opinion, and I know Aiden's probably gonna say something about that awkwardly terrifying Xbox controller, but I think Xbox controllers are the most comfortable to me, and I play best with them. I don't own any aside from like my old 360 controllers because I sold my Xbox One forever ago. But I still genuinely like Xbox controllers over PlayStation.
gonna-
Well, no, the Xbox is the king of all controllers.
I'm gonna
Yeah, like Xbox has controllers like perfect, except for the fact that they run on batteries, which I think is absolutely retarded.
Not that one,
But-
Aiden, the 360.
Oh, not that one.
was a
The
disaster.
good ones, Aiden. The good ones. Not that piece of trash.
All right, listen.
I think
Yeah, not that one.
Actually,
Aiden, you know which one I'm
Eli,
talking
I'm
about.
so glad you brought this up because I've been playing a lot of GTA lately using a controller, a PlayStation controller, connected to a USB, and it's a piece of shit.
it's
The
absolute trash.
PS4 build quality is fucking trash. Guess
It
what?
is. Oh my God,
I've
here we
always
go.
hated PlayStation controllers more than Xbox, and I have
Here
a
we go.
brand new Xbox One controller right here, and it is the highest quality controller you can buy on the market right now.
No, you need to get the
I wanna-
elite one to get the highest quality.
Okay, fair enough. I'm not counting this. But the Xbox controller shits, and pretty since the 360 has always shit on every other manufacturer.
I do want to.
It's the best controller. It's just so
I
good.
think
Even the
personally,
remade
Switch Pro
original
controller's
Xbox, you
better.
posted the Xbox, the
Yeah, I know.
original
That was
Xbox
just a
fat
meme on
remote,
me.
but
That
the original Xbox remote was also comfortable. I was like,
Eli, you thought I didn't like the 360?
no, I thought you were gonna post that picture of that
no.
really,
I
that
always-
awkward with a
I have
billion
always
buttons.
said the DualShock
remote.
4, the DualShock is way worse than the Xbox, but the DualShock 4 is okay because they finally realized that having concave, or is it convex? I don't
Concave
know.
is
you know, they
inward,
dome out.
like a cave.
Yeah, concave
convex is
tips
out.
is fucking stupid. And they were like, wait a minute, what are we doing? So I'll give them some credit.
It's just my thing is overall like the PS4 controllers. I've got nothing against them. I don't mind them. I like them. They're cool or whatever. But if I were given the option, I would obviously use an Xbox One remote or an Xbox 360 remote. I still love the way Xbox 360 remotes feel in my hand when I hold them. I feel like I get more of a pro gamer grip when I use it in comparison to the PS3, which feels like every PS3 remote feels like the most abhorrent, terrible, flimsy, weak piece of trash, tiny remote I've ever felt in my hands.
Cannot deny that.
Like it is the PlayStation 3, in my opinion, had the worst remote ever.
I
Like,
remember
No,
just
playing-
Nintendo
did not
64.
like it.
What's the worst?
Nintendo
Oh, well, yeah, the
64.
Nintendo 64, but
I'd play that
I-
over
what?
PS3.
yeah, like I would
What?
genuinely,
Honestly?
there's more games on it that I would play over than what
Okay,
I would play
listen,
on a
the-
PS3.
I
So
won't count the N64 against him because It was the first like real analog console, like with analog joystick. It was an experiment. Okay.
Well, yeah,
The
every
PS1
console prior had
console
like a
didn't have
fight
fucking
stick, a
analog
mini fight stick.
Okay, you didn't even have one. But yeah, the N64 is suspect.
Wait, I want to say this.
But I don't know.
Every-
the PS3. Yeah.
Every DualShock controller, I think, feels worse than the N64 controller. I despise having the analog sticks like on the same level.
next to each other.
Huh?
Next to each other.
Yeah, yeah. It's like you're like rubbing like two nipples or something. It sucks.
Andre does not like rubbing nipples. Let that be known.
No, I hate it. Like,
I thought he was gonna say, no, I do love rubbing nipples, but...
I do.
No, we get you, man. We get you.
Andre does not back down in whatever he says. Even if he's totally wrong, he will take it to his grave.
N64 I feel, is more comfortable than the DualShock,
Well,
whatever.
the thing is, with the N64, I like the fact that the N64 remote was never made to just be held one way.
Oh, yeah,
that
that was great.
controller was that remote was made to be held in one way depending on the game you were playing. If you were playing a game like Zelda, then you were holding it from the middle. You know, you weren't holding it from the outside or
Kirby
whatever.
was the only
it
one
was
that, like,
always
had to like hold it from the left side.
like you were always able to switch which way you're holding it depending on the game you played, which I think is actually kind of cool. I mean, obviously it's nothing I would ever expect to come back, and I pray it never does, genuinely. But I think as far as for me playing it as a kid and me looking back on it now, I still think that was a smart move by them. They're saying, look, and you've got a remote, but guess what? You can hold this remote any way you need to for the game. You don't have to, you're not stuck in a set way like we are with the fucking PS3, PS4, PS2 remotes, where they're all just fucking the exact same thing.
Yeah, I mean, and they didn't. 3D gaming really changed, so they probably had no idea how controls would work. It's like, fuck
Well,
it,
yeah, look at
fuck
playing
it, let's just
Mario
future-proof.
64
Yeah.
to Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask. They feel so different.
Yeah.
They
Well, and
feel
you don't know what
so
third
different.
parties are gonna do. I think the
Yeah.
I think the DualShock 4 is fine. It's just the build quality sucks. It doesn't stay
Yeah.
connected if you're trying to play it wired on a PC. The battery life is shit. The sticks rub off. But you know, I don't know. It's
I
all
think that's
awful.
just you, mate. I've got 4 PS4 remotes, and
I've
I've
had the same thing.
Yeah, I have,
never
I have
had
4 PS4
DualShocks.
remotes. Rowan can verify that it will literally unplug for no reason.
No, that I understand.
2 of
But
them,
I'm
the
saying,
triggers
like,
don't
as
press
far
all
as
the way
like
down and they get stuck.
minor solid, I've never had like any issues with them. No wandering, no
Oh
nothing.
no, no,
like
I just mean the stick like rubber
now,
comes
I
off.
did have an issue with my O button on my Arctic White Ice remote. The freaking O, the circle, would freaking get stuck in. It goes away, but every now and then, like, it just comes back where it gets stuck, and I'm like, oh god, this is the worst.
I agree, Andre. That is the sickest controller ever made.
Dude, what about any of the Wii attachments for the Wii remote?
Bro, the Wii crossbow,
like
dude.
all of the Wii
Wii
attachments.
crossbow coming through.
Wii Nerf gun remote.
Hey,
the
I
Wii,
appreciate
the Wii gun
wheel
remote.
was sick.
Immersive,
okay.
Yeah.
Well, did anyone else have a Wii wheel?
No.
Yeah.
Dude,
I
that thing
did,
was
I
sick,
did,
dude,
yeah.
Okay, you cannot convince me the Wii wheel.
It was
wasn't
weirdly
sick.
satisfying to plug the Wii remote into.
Yes, exactly. And hitting the B button, they had like the B button shell. That like
Right.
went out. Oh my god, that thing was tight.
Dude, my thing was with the Wiimote, with the wheel remote, it actually felt like that's the way the game was meant to be played, rather than with just the Wiimote
know
in your
what?
hand. Because
Yeah.
when you do with the Wiimote in your hand, even like the slightest like movement makes you feel like, well, that's not what I intended. You know, like you do some stuff that was just like off the wall. But when you put it in there, like, I feel like it syncs up
get
so
more
well to
control.
even
Hey,
all of
Eli.
your micro movements.
Hey,
fit
Eli.
better.
Mario Kart Wii was sick.
Hey,
Yeah, what's
Eli,
up, Ryan?
I think you need to change your statement about the Nintendo 64 being amazing because it allowed you to switch up with it, because the Wii was the king of that.
It's true.
Literally,
Yeah, that's
every
true.
game
Yeah.
was literally, you don't know which one it was
That's
going to be,
true.
dude. You play
If you're using the nunchuck,
you're
or-
using the nunchuck, you make you flip it over horizontally, you do it vertically, dude. That thing had it, dude. That thing was like
It was
pansexual. It went
You're
any way
actually-
it
yeah,
wanted.
you're
The
actually
Wii was
right.
cool, dude.
Wii was
Yeah,
good.
And you
Wii
want
was
to know
good
what
at
the
console.
remote was? It was a TV remote.
Exactly.
The TV remote.
They took the best remote in history, the TV
I remember
remote.
when
The
you guys
one that
remember when it was
never
codenamed
changed.
Revolution.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the hype,
was such a
bro,
sick
the
name.
fucking hype.
What was the Wii U's one called?
Yeah.
Cafe.
Was it called the Cafe?
Or something
Yeah.
like that.
And then the Switch was NX.
Yeah.
Man, when was the last time anyone was hyped for a console?
After what?
Hyped for what?
Console. I haven't been hyped for a console
The
since
PlayStation. I'm pretty sure some
when
people
I
are
was a
hyped
kid.
for the PlayStation
I was
5.
People
hyped for the
are
Switch.
people are
I'm
hyped for the
asking
new
you
consoles.
guys. Yeah,
I was hyped for the Switch when
man,
I saw how it worked.
retards eat up. Like PS5 will literally change gaming. It's the ultimate gaming. Any of that shit.
No, for
you
me
got
it was the PS4 and the Switch were like my two like holy
Really?
shit, this is like next level stuff. Just like the way that the like because you got when you looked at the interface on the PS3 in comparison to the PS4, it is miles apart.
Yeah.
Like they're worlds apart, and I just thought that was so freaking insane because you look at the Xbox One in comparison to the Xbox 360. Xbox 360 kept updating their like menu system and everything, eventually to the point where it got to very similar to what the Xbox One is. So I wasn't really that impressed. But the PS3 stayed the same forever. They never updated the menu system and everything. But then with the PS4, it was just so different. You're like, oh, I love this. Like it's so much cleaner, it's so much nicer, it's so much smoother, so much faster. I could do so much more with it. And so there was that. And then as far as like the Switch, the very obvious reasons, I think the reasons that everyone was excited about it, dude, so many different ways to play that thing. Like I still can like leave it sitting right there, pull my freaking Joy-Cons out and lay down in bed and play it on my TV
Fucking
or
bastard.
pull it up to me and all of that
Your
other stuff, and
Joy-Cons
it's
actually
amazing.
work? Fuck you, man.
Yeah, dog.
I had to buy a fucking controller to play it. I can't.
Switch Pro Controller is dope.
Yeah,
okay,
they are.
I'll admit, the best competition for the Xbox controller is definitely the Pro controller.
Because they literally just copied the Xbox
Yes.
controller.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it's just a smaller
It's just a
Xbox
smaller
controller.
Xbox. It's a
It's not even
lighter-
smaller. It's the
Yeah.
same size. I have it like right here.
I think it's a little. Actually, I think it might be a little bigger.
No, I'm putting it on top of each other. They're
Oh,
like
they're the same?
almost the same
Okay.
size.
I
It's
think
just like
okay.
a little bit smaller.
People-
Yeah, it's a lot
Yeah.
lighter.
I've heard arguments where like people were saying like what's the best controller, and like if you say Xbox, like oh that's the most boring one. Like the GameCube
It's the most boring
hang on,
because
hang
it's
on.
the best.
The GameCube is like see now that's an interesting controller. It feels good. It feels
Oh, I
good
love
to
the
hold, and it's
GameCube.
got like all these cool like designs. But here's like the thing. There's a good controller, and then there's toys. You know, I'm not trying to play my
There-
games.
nothing
with,
about
like,
the-
toy GameCube. Like
Nothing about the GameCube controller is conventional. Is the problem? Like it looks nice. It's
is-
cool, but you're like, this is kind of weird. Like it's all kind of
Do the
everywhere,
buttons
you
have
know?
to be laid out that way.
it's
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
okay.
It makes it fun.
Do they need to have the C stick be a C stick and not just a regular fucking?
Yeah,
stick?
dude, you
I
ain't
mean,
using that little thing anyways.
Did they really only need one Z button, not two like everyone else? Like,
Yeah,
I don't
dude,
know.
who needs two?
I love the GameCube controller, but
I love the GameCube
don't know.
controller.
I-
I don't think it's
There-
better than the Xbox.
It's comfortable and it's like really interesting, but the Xbox controller is literally the pinnacle of like.
It's just a pinnacle.
Yeah, it's like this
Yeah.
is literally an extension of your hands. Like
It's like this.
Exactly,
This is the
yeah.
ultimate like peak controller that all other controllers should
if you
aspire
if you stray away
Aspire
from
to
like, and
be.
I really hope they don't change their layout because like if you stray from this, you're straying away from God.
Yeah, this is.
Yeah, you're turning your back on God and you're walking straight out of the heaven's gates. You're walking down the gates of heaven. You're walking down those stairs and you're going straight down to hell. The more you stray away from that
You're
design.
looking at left, and it's like okay, well I could have been up there.
Yeah,
The
you're
Yeah,
right
Arnold
to go and
Schwarzenegger
say
of controllers. It's like physical perfection.
it's too good.
I will
It's
say
literally
though, fight
perfection.
sticks are still sick. Okay.
Yeah, no, they're good.
For
Fight
fighting
sticks are
games,
still
for
sick,
fighting
yeah.
games.
But the Xbox is
Yeah,
like
you try playing Skyrim with that thing.
like there's.
Can we leave a picture of the original Xbox up this whole time?
I'll put it on Eli's shirt, right where.
The original.
Right where I put a-
the original Xbox controller.
Yeah, right where I put Ronnie Star that's still there. Eli's gonna have the Xbox, the original Xbox.
I think that's my only problem with the Xbox controller is that I'm not a big fan of the D-pad, like using the D-pad as
The
like a
Xbox
movement.
One D-pad is actually good.
It's all right. I prefer like I mean yeah, it's good, but like I think I prefer the PlayStation's D-pad over this
Really?
one.
I
Yeah.
do prefer,
Especially
a
when it
D-pad
comes
that's
to like
straightforward.
when it comes.
I don't.
When it comes
I
to
don't know,
like
dude.
when it comes to like 2D platforming, I definitely don't like the D. Especially when it comes to fighting games, I do not like the D-pad at all for the Xbox when it comes to fighting games.
It goes two different ways for me with the PlayStation's D-pad because I feel like no matter what I do with my thumbs, because they're so damn close together and
Yeah, it
everything,
kinda
like
gets
I'm
them
pressing
mixed up.
I'm pressing all of them. But then it's like other times when it's necessary, like in a fighting game,
quickly
it's
go.
great because I'm like I'm pressing all of them.
Guys,
you know?
I'm
like,
about to blow your mind here. The reason why you want to know why we like the Xbox controller so much?
Our big American.
Because it fits because of our big American hands. But the Japanese, the reason why they made the DualShock is because of their tiny Japanese hands. So it fits them snugger.
Wait, Ronnie, I'm about to blow your mind. I'm about to blow.
That's actually a pretty good point. Actually.
Microsoft, if you're listening to this, I got a big pitch. The Xbox controller Lite for smaller hands.
Trademarked.
TM.
If Xbox, if you guys want that,
AnythingGoes
you guys can't
podcast.
actually have that. The only way you can have that is if you contact us at our email
No,
at
no, I made
AnythingGoes
it. I
podcast,
conceived it.
at
I'm giving it away for
gmail.com.
free.
No, we're not giving it away for free. We're about the money. Andre, what are you doing? Can't come in here and ruin our cash
Andre,
flow.
start making some sketches for this thing. We're
Yeah,
we're
sketch
gonna
it
make
up,
a,
draw
we're
it
gonna make
up.
our first ever
Microsoft, get in
third-party
contact.
controller.
Literally, the fucking Xbox controller is but like 20% smaller.
But smaller.
and no bumpers.
No, put like
There's
a-
no bumpers.
No, put like a
Yes.
put like a pacifier on it, so that way you know that it's made for baby hands.
Yeah, it's the
Yes,
fucking
see, that's the
Weenie
thing.
Hunt
It's
Jr.
very simple design, but we thought of it. You thought of it.
We thought about it.
making it ours.
Xbox controller. Weenie
And then when we
Jr.
do that, every single time we open up the podcast, we'll be like, "Welcome to the Anything Goes podcast." The ones who
Sponsored
made
by-
that controller.
featuring.
So, thank you, Microsoft. Dude, we're at almost a minute and an hour and 30.
Yeah, let's
you guys
keep
wanna
going.
close this?
No, let's keep going.
Now let's keep going, dude. We have a special guest. Fuck
Bruh,
this is
you
an
guys
extra
are
long.
quick.
This is a special
going.
episode. This is long
Let's
as
keep
shit.
going. Who knows
My
how long-
computer's gonna run out of
Listen,
space.
who knows when the next podcast will be?
That
Let's go.
freaking stream of Penumbra I did, Aiden,
Yeah.
was 40 gigabytes.
What the?
You know how long it's gonna
Close
take
here.
to export this file?
Okay, all right. If we're gonna do that, at least the next Smash character is showing Monday. It's Arms.
Oh wait,
who is-
wait, yeah, let's talk about ARMS. That's I think it's actually gonna be Min Min. Okay, wait, okay. Here's my personal opinion.
Isn't everyone saying it's
No.
gonna be
Here's the
Min-Min?
yeah. They're gonna say it's gonna be like Dragon Quest or like the Koopa Links. I don't think they have enough time to make like a Koopa Link thing where like it's everybody. It's probably gonna be like Monster Hunt or Dragon's Quest where it's like 4 characters. But here's the thing.
Yeah.
Every character has a different personality and like I don't
Yeah.
like all their postures are different.
Yes.
And like
Don't they attack differently too? They
No.
have different special abilities, don't
They
they?
all have different specials though.
so
yeah,
the
and
specials
well,
might
especially with the
change,
one
but,
girl
like,
who uses her hair. Like you
they're
can't do
gonna
the
have to
same
like
thing
make
with that.
a different like idle animation, a different like attack animation for like every character.
Different
I
hitboxes.
think Ron and I talked about this. We said that they could get away with copying Ribbon Girl, Spring Man, probably Ninjara, and Min Min. Those are all very normal. I think they could get away with those 4. But that's barely getting away
Wait,
with.
Aiden, what would you rather have? A template that works for all 4 of those characters, or one character that's specially designed to be like. So
I'd rather have Max Brass because he shits
okay,
on
so
everyone
it's
else.
but then you're saying like I'd rather have Max Brass as like an individual that's a character that's specially designed for like Max
Yes,
Brass.
because he brings special mechanics that they can't copy.
Yeah, so Max Brass wouldn't have like a template that he's following.
No. We're just saying, Ron and I were saying it's possible.
Yeah, no. I rather. So basically, I'm asking a ARMS character or an ARMS character following a template that all other ARMS. And I'd
want-
rather have an ARMS
yeah.
character like.
Yeah.
And
And you want Min Min?
Yeah, I'm personally rooting for Min Min.
Is there any reason why? It's like she looks cool.
Yeah, she's probably like my favorite design character. But also, I got that popular tournament. She won that popular votes.
Yeah, she won the popularity.
So I got that backing up for me.
Yeah, I think she's pretty likely.
Makes sense. I mean, they can't do Springman because he's
Well, they
a.
could.
I mean, they could,
Wait,
but they
here's the thing.
probably
If
wouldn't.
they do, I think they're bold enough to be like Springman. The character is like he grabs an assist trophy and it's Springman.
Yeah, that's
I think
true.
they're bold enough to do that. Like
I don't
they
know.
don't care.
They haven't proven themselves yet to be bold enough, so we'll see.
Sean, do you have any personal takes on this matter?
On who the character will be?
Who it is, or even who you want?
Sean wants a mummy.
No, I think the Cobra guy would be cool.
Dude, the Cobra guy would be fun.
Oh, Cobra
But I
Commando.
expect it'll be, Ribbon Girl.
I also wanted to bring this up. Max Brass and the Cobra Guy, like, are they? Because I don't play ARMS, but do they really scream like this is the ARMS character representative?
I think Max Brass
I
does.
just think it'd be cool.
Okay.
Max Brass is like the de facto, like he was added as DLC, yes, but in like the story and the lore and everything, he is the champion.
Yeah.
Like he is the #1 fighter. He's like the main character, so to speak, of the story, of the game story.
He's the Sagat of Street Fighter, right?
I'd say he's more like maybe like the Heihachi of Tekken.
Oh, there you go.
Or
That's
he's like
a good one.
He's like the big champ you fight at the end.
And
He's
everybody
like
likes him the most.
Yeah, everyone wants to beat him, yeah.
So they're like characters
anyway.
like I don't think Lola Pop is gonna get in at all, but
No,
but that's
fuck
only
that.
because it's like who the fuck is she? She's like a character
Yeah.
in the game, and that's
Springman's probably the most likely, I think, but
But isn't he an assist trophy
yes.
or something like
I
that?
don't think that stops them though.
I think that's going to
it
stop
might
them.
stop them and default it to Ribbon Girl.
Because, yeah, I would say Springman otherwise.
Ribbon Girl, yeah. My thing is, it would be cool. I really want Max Brass because I actually played ARMS like quite a bit. I don't know if you guys did, but Max Brass has his ability where if he dashes, he parries all the attacks and then gets buff and gets armor. And I think that could be really cool in Smash.
Yeah.
Like as an ability, he could have really cool gameplay, but that's unlikely. I don't know. I think it's probably like Min Min or Ribbon Girl or Ribbon.
I think Min Min probably makes more sense since she
Spring
won the
Boy.
popularity vote. Since she seems like she's
Yeah.
popular.
Unfortunately, she has probably the least interesting ability in the game, which is
She just jumps, right? She does a kick, right?
She does a backflip kick. That's it.
Yeah.
Spring Girl has a triple jump and can instantly fall to the ground, which could be cool. Springman has the same thing as Max Brass, but instead of getting buff after the parry, he does nothing. So he's just like a worse version of Max Brass.
Wow.
Literally, he's just a worse version. And then the other potential. Oh, someone mentioned Snake Kid. Snake Kid charges up and does like 3 invincible dashes in a row.
That's already
which also
Banjo.
could- no, it's more like he gets like 3 quick dodges.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how to describe it. He would be cool, I think, if they added him.
Yeah, no, like whoever they add, it's gonna be good. I really hope they don't do the oh, it's 4 characters and they all work the same. It's like fuck that. I don't want that.
I don't know. I don't know how that would work.
It-
Unless they all had a triple jump and fast fall and all had the
They
parry,
could-
and
you know what they could
all
do?
have the kick, which could be cool. That would be cool then.
They probably would use their items that they can use, right? As their specials. But if they wanted to do the 4-man route, I could see them doing that to make
Items?
them all similar.
Yeah.
Guys, we've been
But that's like the lazy way out, in my opinion.
Yeah, the like different gloves. 'Cause
Yeah,
the
they would
gloves
use the
change.
different gloves as their specials, but I feel like that would be like
I
a
don't
little
know
bit
how
of the
they're
lazy
gonna
way.
work, actually.
I don't know.
Well, I'm curious. I think ARMS is actually pretty cool. It's a cool little game. The characters are pretty cool. So I think it's a good pick.
I think it's a good pick too. It's definitely better than just like
Definitely better than Byleth.
Byleth, where he just has swords.
Doing it after Byleth is smart. Because Byleth was a blow-up.
But he doesn't even use his sword in most of his moves.
Well,
It's
like
not
I mean,
about
they're
whether
just
or not he uses it. It's just functional.
just-
Yeah, I
they're
know,
just
I agree
like-
he's boring. I was just playing him the other day, and I was like, this character plays nothing like I expected him to.
Yeah.
he may not be using a sword, but he still feels like he's just a sword character.
yeah, isn't that disappointing that like Challenger Pack 1, it's all like literally every character is great and then it's Byleth. And that's like a negative like 5. Whereas like everybody's like a plus 10 to like the
Yeah,
score.
that was definitely a big disappointment. I think virtually everyone was disappointed by Byleth. That's...
No, there were some.
Yeah,
there
there
were
were
some-
a couple
No,
of
but like,
faggots out there.
but like
who
even
"Hey,
Fire
hey,
Emblem fans agreed like, oh, it's great that we get Byleth, but like I understand like we are not looking so hot. Like,
Yeah, I did see a lot of white knights out there, but at the same time, more than most of the criticism I seen was against it. Even like Andre was saying, was even like the Fire Emblem fans were saying, you know,
it's great that I like Fire Emblem,
yeah.
but that really should have been Monster Hunter.
we like the representation.
That's what other people were like. You know, a lot of people were. They were like, "Oh yeah, cool, another Fire Emblem character, but it has to be Byleth. You could have picked someone else better from that game."
Yeah, and I heard there's like characters that don't even have swords. Like an axe fucking character would have been.
They had the oh my god, I forgot his name already. From the blue one. What's it from the blue house? Dimitri. He has a spear, and he's like my favorite character. They could have put him in. He would have been awesome.
I told you guys this theory, and I guess I want to bring it up in the podcast. It's not that there's too many sword fighting characters, which is like what people have been saying, like, oh, there's too many sword fighting characters. But here's the thing: if those same fans who say like there's too many sword fighting characters, if you give them, all right, here's the list of all the sword fighters, get rid of them, they would all spare Link, Cloud, and Shulk. And you know why? It's like there's a reason they would spare them. It's because they are sword fighting characters, but they would save them no matter what because their theme is all different. Like Cloud is like a steampunk sword fighter. Link is like that like old school medieval like fairy tale like sword fighter.
Knight.
But Fire Emblems, they're all just like medieval like knights, like royal knights. It's boring. The theme.
Well, that's the problem, is that when people say that they're sick of sword fighters, they don't mean they're sick of sword fighters. They mean they're sick of Fire Emblem characters, because a lot of the Fire Emblem characters play alike and similar
Just
to each
characters
other.
that are too
But nobody
similar.
would get rid of like characters like Robin, because he's clearly plays nothing like the other ones. Or like I wouldn't even
Yeah, but Ronnie,
I wouldn't even get rid of like Corrin either.
I'm saying like
I think it's just play style is lacking on a lot of
it's the playstyle, but also like I'm just saying like the theme of the characters. Like if you have like a sword fighter that has like a lightsaber, like nobody's gonna be complaining that it's a sword fighter.
Yeah, I think Andre has a good point there.
No, Andre does. I was saying I was agreeing with him.
I mean, look
like,
at the number one choice a lot of people were hoping for, funnily enough, before the Byleth was revealed was Dante.
and he's a sword fighter,
he has a
but he's
sword.
got more
But
than
the
just
thing
a
is,
sword.
a lot
we
more than
we
a
But he has
all
more than
announced
just
how
a
many
sword. But
different
when you
ways
look at
that
him, he
can
looks
play
like he's
them.
just a sword fighter.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's all in the style and the appearance. And Fire Emblem, you know, almost all of them have neutral air, spins all the way around you or hits both sides. Forward air is a swipe, back air is a back swipe, down air is a down swipe.
B up is
you know.
like up strike or something.
B up is like any kind of up strike. They're almost all the same. And even if some of them are fun to play, it doesn't take away from the monotony of their existence. Whereas Link feels very different to play from Cloud.
But if you were to add like another character, a different IP, but it's still the same theme as Fire Emblem.
Like Lloyd from like Tales or something.
I don't know that game, but yeah. Like
Ronnie knows. You can put
Yeah.
in a picture of him or something.
We put in
Why don't you
Lloyd.
put in Lloyd?
Like there's plenty of like sword fighters that they could use that would be interesting. Like even though he's never gonna get put in, Isaac from Golden Sun would have been an interesting choice too. There's plenty that you could do. It's just that the problem is that it's Fire Emblem, and all of those sources of Fire Emblem, they come from a freaking like top-down tactic game. So it's kind of hard to really draw out too much of it.
who do you guys want to be the next fighter? And you can't
Dante.
say Dante or Doom Guy or Halo.
What? I can't say Dante
Because,
or
no,
Doom Guy.
say something cool.
Fuck you, dude. Okay. You know what?
No.
Andre,
What?
Andre, I'm gonna dab on you so hard right now.
Don't.
You're not ready for this. You're gonna get dabbed
No.
on so hard by this character pick. You're gonna go, who is this?
Okay.
Dude? Bro, what the fuck?
Say a character that I understand.
Yeah. Fuck you, Andre. I want him.
Oh, that's from Blaze Blue, isn't it?
I want Kiryu.
Oh my god, you say that's from Blaze Blue?
Did I get it right?
You.
No, that's from Guilty Gear, you
Guilty
son
Gear.
of a butt.
Soul bad guy. I want Soul.
I want Kiryu.
Why is Soul bad guy? One of the first thing that pops up is him in Smash.
But Aiden, what about Kiryu?
Yes, Kiryu would also be.
Kiryu would be
supremely
such a
based.
fitting pick because
Kiryu
like he
would be
already
based.
picks stuff up and beats people with it in his own game. So
Kiryu and Tekken would also be based.
that's never gonna happen.
Yeah,
Aiden,
so Kiryu would be sick.
This is my
But
pick, and I swear to God, you're not going to understand who this character's from.
Oh, yeah.
Just-
Oh,
Oh
what
my
the
God.
fuck? Who is that, dude?
Dude,
I've
who's
never
that
seen-
guy?
who's that
I've
guy?
never heard
I
of
gotta say,
him.
you know what? I don't know who drew this, but they did a really fucking bad job. They should hire a new artist for that.
Yeah, they should.
Look at his face.
Dude, my 12-year-old niece drew that. Come on.
Andre Guts is not getting in.
Yeah, I know. No, Guts is never getting in.
I thought you were gonna put in Gino because you're one of those Gino fags.
I mean,
Gino
for all
fags.
you know,
Dude,
I could
Gino
have put up a
fags
picture of
eternally
Gino.
getting destroyed. It's sad.
I think we gave up because we know.
No,
we
they
know
haven't.
About, like Square Enix. Like,
No, they haven't because they still have Papa Gino going
dude,
around.
Papa Gino fucking hit me with a brick as I was talking shit about Gino.
Look, put Soul in the game, okay? With rum and cancels
Who's Soul?
and inputs.
What?
Dude,
Oh.
the
That's
guy
the name of the
posted.
character
His
he
name's
put in.
Soul bad guy. Andre, you need an education.
His last name is Bad Guy.
Yeah, his last name is Bad Guy. He's the good guy.
Andre only cares about games like Vex.
Oh my god, I was
Okay.
actually gonna put a picture of Vex.
I knew it!
But I was like,
Put in a picture of Vex.
Dude, what about Gex the Gecko though? Would that be hype for you guys?
No, because then he'd be making stupid references
Dude,
the
Gex
whole
would be
time.
hype,
Dude, that's the best part about him, dude. I love
Yeah,
Gex the
imagine if
Gecko.
Gex got in and every time he
He
KOs
freaking-
Mario, he's like, "It's a me."
Slip of the tongue.
He'd come in,
guys.
he'd just come in, and he would KO Zelda, and he would be like, "Just call me Harvey Weinstein."
Okay, wait.
Eli, I heard that. This is super the tongue.
Real hypothetical. Who do you think Nintendo hates the most? Like, do they hate Crash Bandicoot still?
No, why would
No.
they
They
hate
don't
Crash
hate-
Bandicoot?
Crash is literally irrelevant.
Okay,
Who gives a
but who
fuck?
does Nintendo hate?
Dude, you say that, but he's getting a new
No,
game.
who do they hate?
He's getting a new game. Who? Yeah, not Sony exclusive. Who do they hate the most?
Yeah.
I don't know. Fucking
Me.
no one.
Okay, let's say
Nintendo's busy smoking no one has any IP that can really compete.
let's say this is back in the days where Crash was an actual competitor to Mario, right? So they add Crash into Smash, but they literally give him no moves. Like he's just a fucking dummy character that runs around. You beat the shit out of him. Would you guys like that character?
I
No.
would like if they replaced the sandbag with Crash. That would be cool.
Alright.
Oh, they should make the sandbag a character.
Shut the fuck up. They might actually do that.
That'd be fun.
No, it wouldn't. Fuck you.
Just make him like 99 cents, and all you do is just stand there and get beat up.
Fair enough. Okay, well that's it for Smash, I guess, and that's probably it for the podcast. Question mark?
Eli, do you have a?
I don't know. This podcast is. I still gotta pick up my son,
Guys,
Okay, well then
podcast-
yeah.
and that's like an hour drive.
Okay, all right.
And then an hour
this
back.
Then give us
podcast
our
is a
ad read, dude.
monster.
Well, I've been waiting, and I did say we should probably close it earlier.
You
So-
said that like
Typed
a
that
minute
in literally
ago.
1 minute ago.
No, when I said it at an hour and 29 minutes.
Oh yeah, well get wrecked, dude. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah, okay.
You did
fair
say
enough.
that quite a while ago.
You didn't tell us that we were timed.
Sean, do an ad read about player choice and the Game Genie controller.
What?
Game Genie controller.
Talk about the turbo controller for the PlayStation 5. Go. Do
Oh.
an ad read.
Man, when playing GTA, I really wish I didn't have to tap the sprint button all the time. If only there was a product for me.
Hideo Kojima here with Metal Gear Solid 5. Put up with it, pussy.
Okay.
Alright, stream's over. Stream's over, go home.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Thanks for listening, I guess.
Okay, can I turn off the recording now?
I'm ending the recording.
I'm ending the recording. That was too fun.